Hello, everyone, and welcome to
The Loincloth Hour, a podcast of gay people who talk about gay things. It's just me and Hiran today, and we're here to talk about Eiyuden Chronicles, 100 Heroes.
Yes, that is the official title.
That is, yeah. So what is Eiyuden? Eiyuden is a JRPG that was released this year. If you're familiar with the Suikoden series, it's very similar to Suikoden. In Suikoden, you recruit 108 characters throughout the game, and they can be in your party, they can hang out around your castle, they can be merchants, they can sharpen your weapons, they can open hot springs, stuff like that. Eiyuden's very similar to that, except in Eiyuden's case, there's 120 characters that you can recruit all through the game, and Hiran and I are here today to rank them all for you.
Yes, all 120 of them.
Yes, and we have 3 criteria, or at least I have 3 criteria. We're going to rate them based on coolness, on actual in-game usefulness, and most importantly, on hotness. Who is the hottest character?
Yes.
The beefiest, brawniest?
So, as an aside, I have played this entire game with
Yes, we played it together.
However, I have not played the previous game starring CJ Guru and Isha.
Right, and I did, but I barely remember any of it. While we played Eiyuden 100 Heroes, I once in a while I'd be like, oh yeah, I think this person was in the last game, but it sort of left no impression on me, which probably means it wasn't very good. But I do remember enjoying it, so actually it probably just means that my memory is shit, and I just don't remember things.
In any case, the point I'm making here is that we are going to be judging it based off of this game alone, not off of whatever happened in the other game for these characters.
Right. I mean, I remember that Daru was cool in that game too.
Yes, but he doesn't need the help.
No, he's cool in this game also. Daru's sort of is he going to be the hottest character for us?
I have a lot to say about Guru, but we will get there.
Who's it going to be?
So
yeah, I think that's. Let's dive in here.
Yes. So we're going to go through the characters in alphabetical order because
that's how it is on tiermaker.com.
I mean, yes, that's the main reason.
You're using okay. I'm not going to know anyone's names unless
I will. I know most of their names.
Okay.
Occasionally, I might.
I thought we were going to use the other version.
But you can't read the names because they're tiny.
Oh, well, we'd have to just go
Yeah, I mean, I have it up. I had it up. I guess I don't. It up.
I mean, we can just say, this bitch, if we don't know who they are.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have it up so we can look at them for reference.
So small.
But, yes, they're so small. So what I was thinking of doing was just leaving this up, leaving them zoomed in, and now if we lose anyone, I can come over here and scroll through and get their name.
Okay.
But we're going to use this version because it's so much easier for people to actually see what's going on.
Right. Yeah, and I guess it's better to see a bigger version of their face. Yeah.
So we're going to start off with, is this
Air, I think was her name?
Air is her name.
I remember she liked to run.
She showed up for literally no reason. She does nothing once you get her, I don't think.
I don't really remember her doing it. I don't know if we ever actually found her in the castle.
No! She was so... her side quest was so weird.
Well, you had to get your speed stat up to recruit her. And that's literally all you had to do.
Right, and she had no bearing on anything going on anywhere.
Well, I think if you have her as a support character, she lets you run faster. So, I could see her, sort of being useful, but whatever. D rank for me. She's nothing. She's no one.
So this bottom tier, by the way, actually let's discuss that once we get to it.
Okay.
Once we find someone who goes there. Anyways,
the
Alior.
I remember when we first recruited Alior, I was like, oh boy, this is so cool, we got a Griffin. And then I used it in the party, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, because he takes up 2 spaces. He was the most useful 2-space character in the entire game, which still means
no, that's Chandra.
Oh, no, that was Chandra.
Chandra is actually really good.
Yes. Right. So, yes. Alior. Also, Alior is the most bugged character in the game.
Yeah, it's the only missable character, right?
Yes.
So, so many people missed out on, the best ending because they missed this one fucking Griffin. Because It's so
Plus,
weird.
It's a random chance of you getting the quest to kick it off.
Oh my god, fuck this.
It has to be
fuck
when
this Griffin. When what's her face?
Yes.
Oh my god, she has a name.
Oh my god.
She's only a main character.
I want to
say Marissa.
Marissa, yes.
Okay.
Yes. When Marissa randomly shows up in the lobby, if you have to speak to her,
You have to talk to her.
and that's how you start the quest. And then the quest line itself is so like there's no guidance. They're just like, we saw a griffin somewhere, and you have to like search the entire
but also
game.
she tells you like look in a high place, but then what you're actually supposed to do is like not in a high place.
No, I'm pretty sure you have to go into a cave.
So I was like, what are you even talking about? Like what?
One of the worst quests in the entire game.
I'm not going to judge the Griffin on the stupid side quest to get it. I will say I would put it in C personally because I think it has potential, but just like gameplay wise, it wasn't there for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say same. Like Alior has an amazing design, and that like elevates it to C tier. Plus, playing as a Griffin's fun.
Yeah.
But yes.
Okay.
All right. Next up is Alibi.
Garu's adorable little daughter. Alibi is fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like
kid.
I didn't have any problems with her. Her whole deal is that she lets you play any of the music in the game.
Yeah, you know, cool.
Of course, you don't unlock until like 5 seconds before the game's over.
I mean, I mostly only like her because she and Garu have scenes together
Yes,
because
they're
they're
cute.
related, and I think Garu as a dad is like hot.
Yes.
Because I'm into dilfs.
Yes.
So I guess like purely for that reason, I guess I put Alibi at C.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Like, she's fine.
All right, Alwi.
I put Alwi in the party pretty frequently.
Yes, you do.
Because I liked his group attack, which only costs 1 SP, so I like use that a lot.
Yep.
I mean,
But where is he on the other topics?
I don't know, like he seems cool. I sort of like his outfit.
Yeah.
Like, so when Hiran and I played through the game, we also voiced all the characters because
Yes, we did.
we're that sort of like we're like theater days in that way.
Yeah.
So like, this is the closest we get to like performing.
You know, other than doing a podcast.
Yes, which is also it is a performance in certain aspects, of course. But you know, like so, like for his voice, I got to voice Alwi, and I sort of did like a drag queen sort of thing. I don't know if that's how he's supposed to sound like because we didn't listen to the official voices while we played. We just muted them so that we could do the voices ourselves. But you know, I voiced him as if he was a queer person, so I think that bumps him up a rank for me. I might put him at B possibly,
Okay.
just as
I think B was a minimum for me.
yeah,
so
like we
I'll
used him
give it a B.
frequently. He seemed cool.
This is
Aoi,
Aoi.
I want to say.
Yes.
Uh,
So she was the one who was the apprentice to one of the first recruits we got.
Yudo.
Who apparently was from the first game. I didn't know that, but yes.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I'm
what all of these
I'm the one who
mysteries
played the
are.
game, and I'm like, wait, he was?
After we finished the game, I looked up Hugo because I'm like, what was his deal? And then it was like, all of this is references to Eiyuden.
Oh, see, I thought they were setting him up
Chronicles
for like the
Rising.
sequel. Okay.
No, it was a bunch of
Well,
Rising references.
I totally forgot that he was even in the game, so it probably wasn't that interesting. But you know, I did think Eiyuden was hot. This girl, she's fine.
She's fine.
She's fine.
I'd
probably
probably put her
C. Or what were
D.
we gonna say? D. We shouldn't, you know, like we used her once. She had like some combo attacks with people.
Yeah.
But like her stats just weren't there for me, so I was like, okay, I'll put someone better in for you.
Okay.
You know, she exists. She's fine.
All right.
Barnaby.
Bernard.
Bernard. Why did
my
I say
God.
Barnaby?
I don't know.
The story forced us to use him, but we did use him. Like
Yeah.
we didn't put him in the support slot or the attendant slot. Like we kept him in the party.
And like he has an actual reason to exist in the plot, which is nice.
Yes, unlike many characters here. You know, like he's cool. He didn't really get a lot of development like outside that one story segment. Like he was in like the desert part, and then he never did anything
So
again.
sad. He was supposed to be get further development in the if we'd gotten the DLC with the Shiarks, who are shark people, and
Who are
Bernard.
our favorite
and I would have
characters.
loved that DLC.
That would have been cool.
I do think he's hot. So.
He is hot, and he's like the only like Middle Eastern guy.
Yes.
I think.
Pretty sure.
He's pretty. Like he's cool. He's cool.
Like
he's not like he doesn't have the best runes. Like he's sort of like basic. His sprite's cool.
Yeah.
You know, I guess B or C.
I'm gonna go with B then.
Okay.
Because his looks raise him up to at least a B for me.
Yeah, like he has like 2 swords and like it like he looks pretty cool.
And I loved voicing him, so.
This bitch.
I can't remember her name. Oh my god.
Baba Yaga or Baba Duck.
Oh my god. Let's see if we can find her in this giant list of characters.
There she is. Baba.
That was what it was. Okay. All right.
Bababa's very cool. I wish Suikoden had a Bababa character in it. So she helped us find people.
Yes. And she also helps give information on all the characters. That was a little poorly translated, but oh well.
Yeah, so like Suikoden 2 has a detective character who like does the same thing, but like you literally pay him and he like investigates the people around the castle, which is like very funny. But Baba is just a fortune teller, so like that's how she does it. So you know, like I think she's very cool. I would put her at B probably. Yep. Like she's useful. S rank.
Oh my god.
Easily S rank.
Okay. What is his name? I'm forgetting.
You told me you would remember the name.
I know.
His name. Oh, it's right there. It's
Cabana. Yes, Cabana and his daughter run the hot springs.
Yeah, the most useful facility in the castle. So he is the one responsible for, you know, if you want to see, you get a new party member, you want to see him with the shirt off, like, you know, submerged in water. Cabana's who you go to for that.
Yes.
And for that reason alone, he is S rank for me. As soon as we got him, we were like, okay, let's get every hot guy in a bath together.
Yes. And we discovered some of the hot guys have scenes together.
Yeah, every once in a while they'd be like, let's get some strawberry milk.
Yes. There are, I think, 58 scenes from combining different characters in the hot spring.
I think we got 40 because we got the trophy.
Yeah,
for
we
like
got at least 40.
I
think we did like 42 because the other 16 were just ones I'm like, nope, or they were locked to New Game Plus.
And like they range, like the conversations range from like, you know, cute and funny to like completely pointless and be like, wow, well, this is a waste of time.
Yeah, it was always kind of a crapshoot on. Like sometimes we were like, oh, I'm so glad we saw that, and sometimes we were like, why did we bother doing this?
Yeah, like it should be an opportunity for them to like flesh out like the more boring characters, but they sort of didn't, and they just have the boring characers have boring conversations, and it's like, oh my god.
Basically, the more interesting we found a character in the rest of the game, the better their conversations were in the hot spring.
Yeah, like they didn't put in the extra work. Anyway, speaking of boring people.
Speaking of people who I promised you I would forget the name of.
We don't need to remember this person.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I don't even remember what they do.
So what they do in the game is that they manage the resources.
The resources.
So every time you walk into the castle, this person says, "Hey, you collected this many resources."
Okay, yeah,
and that's like, all they did.
And every time it happened, I'd be like, get off my screen! I'm trying to do something. So like,
yeah. Also, he had no personality whatsoever. He doesn't look hot.
No.
There is no redeeming factor here.
Like, everything he does, I feel like the guild master guy could just do instead. Like, what's the point of having multiple characters for, like, just sort of, you know, resource management?
Yeah. So I'm going to recommend for the removed tier.
Okay, so removed is the characters we think just should be removed from the game.
Yes. Ideally, we would like to find 12 characters for this tier to see which 12 characters would we cut if it was to go down to the size of Suikoden.
Because we want to make it a Suikoden game for real and have 108 stars of destiny rather than 120 waste of spaces that Eiyuden gives us.
Yeah. So the question is, which 12 characters would we remove if we were doing?
Okay, well we have one. Let's see if we can get up to 12. I bet we're gonna have more than 12. I bet that's what's going to happen. Then we'll have to cut people from that to put them higher.
That's what I'm expecting to happen. But next we have Carrie, who I enjoy voicing, but I wish she had a little more personality.
She is perfect. Her personality is perfect. Actually. Carrie is the Vivi of this game, which if you've played Suikoden, you will know what I mean. But like, I know that she's gonna be in the sequel. I know that she has some sort of weird lawn running story. She hinted at a bunch of weird stuff. Like she's not originally like from this universe, for instance. Like she's like, we don't know what's up with her, but like I enjoy her. I wish
she'd opened up a little bit, but she would not drop the mask for the entire game.
Yeah, so that was disappointing. Like, hopefully in future games, she will, be a little more at ease, perhaps, talk to us about her backstory, whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, I would say B for her, just because she,
She allows us to teleport, which made the game so much better the moment we got her.
Yeah.
Plus, she was kind of fun to use in combat. Like, she wasn't...
She had a unique rune, at least. Like, she did cool stuff. She had okay stats for a magic user.
All right, next up is Celise? Is that her name?
Sure.
I believe that's her name.
So let's say it's Celise.
Celia? I don't know.
Oh, wait, I think it might be Celia.
Yeah, Celia. Okay. So Celia is the wife of Kurtz, who's a major recurring character. But she's unlocked for finishing a very, very long side quest.
It sure was long.
The cooking challenge.
Celia is insane. Also, like she would okay. So like chefs would show up to challenge you to like a cook-off, and then when they lost, sometimes she would pop up and literally like murder them because she worked for like the Black Dragon Syndicate or whatever it was called, and she was like a criminal cartel of chefs who want to take over the world, and she was like, "You failed us. You failed the master. Time to die." And we'd be like, "Who is this bitch?"
Like, and when she first showed up, she was just putting like a black mark on their hat and forcing them back to the bottom of the ranks. But like, anytime someone betrayed the organization, she would just outright kill them.
Yeah, it was crazy.
She did the first time she showed up, she didn't kill someone, but then after that, she just started killing people, and then it was like,
but it turned out like she was like being mind controlled or something, and also like Kurt didn't recognize her the whole time, which is also crazy.
Yes, because he thought she was dead, and it was. Yeah, we never got to use her in our party because we didn't unlock her until the game was basically over. She was our second to last character.
Yeah, and at that point, I was like, I'm not going to level these people up anymore. Like, I've chosen the people who I want to use.
So we have no idea how she would have been in combat.
Irregardless, I think she's a solid B. She definitely was entertaining. Yeah. I like that she's a crazy person, although I guess she isn't really crazy. Sure, Celia.
Chandra.
I actually really, really like Chandra.
We get to play as a literal dragon, and she's a two-space character who is actually good, which is the only case in this game where that is the case.
She has a rune that gives her a group attack, like she breathes fire on the whole enemy party, and it's the SP is low cost enough that you can like pretty regularly use it at the beginning of most fights. So like most fights are 1 round long because she kills everything for you.
Yeah.
So like pretty good. I'd
probably put her in A tier.
Yeah, maybe A. I definitely did like her, and she's a unique, cool design.
Yeah, we would have used her more, but we wanted to have more people in the party, and she does take up 2 slots. Like, that was the biggest issue. Speaking of characters who are disasters, okay, let's see.
Fuck this guy. He's boring. I don't like him.
I
don't know if I remove him.
Name.
His name is like
Tron.
Yeah, I think so. Like, he gives you medals. Like, he gives you achievements, basically. I don't know if I ever unlocked any, because I never went to talk to him, because I thought he was weird. I didn't like him.
Yeah. he was bizarre. Like, even in his hot spring scenes, he was just... Like, the one point I will give him is he did have a hot spring scene with all the hot old men staring and being envious of his mustache.
Yeah, I actually liked that a lot, because it was like penis envy, but it was like mustache envy, and it was funny. It
was his only good scene.
And I like that just like all the old men had a scene together. I mean, he does do something for it. Like, he does have a purpose. I guess he was a D for me. You know, whatever. Okay, CJ. So CJ's the main character of the previous game, who I did not remember when we recruited her because she didn't make that large impression on me. However, her stats are really, really good in this game, and she's like really good gameplay wise.
Yeah. And like, she was very enjoyable, and she actually filled roles and had conversations with characters we liked and got them to say stuff.
Yeah, like I like that she and Isha and Garu like had a friendship from the first game that carried over to this one, and like they had a lot of conversations with each other, and like they backed each other up. So like I liked all that. I might put her at like A or B.
Yeah. I'm gonna say A just because of that crazy combo attack she has with Isha and Garu.
It's really strong.
So good.
And it raises your whole party's attack.
Yeah. Like probably the best combo move in the game, and which when we found it, we were like, we could use this for the entire rest of the game, or we could experiment, and we decided to experiment.
I like forced myself to remove her from the party. I was like, I can't make it too easy. Like,
next up is Codell.
He's the guy.
Yeah, so he's into runes.
He's autistic.
He's autistic. I really enjoyed his debut scene. And, like, he has a bunch of random connections to other characters that we found out throughout the game.
Yes, like, other people kept, like, being like, oh yeah, Code L, like, I love that guy. And we'd be like, wait, you know each other?
Yeah, it turns out, like, he's a well-known researcher who's published papers, so, like, anyone else who's a researcher knows Code L's and read his papers. It was crazy.
You know, like, I think he's cool.
Yeah.
He's cool. He's a cool
guy.
Like,
for a completely optional character, he's a completely optional character who, like, felt grounded in the setting.
I don't know if he is, because he kept showing up in story scenes. Like, I don't even know if he is optional, but, like, other optional people also kept showing up in story scenes, too. Like, I'm
pretty sure Code L was optional.
They actually wrote the game very well in that way, because, like, you wouldn't know that a character was optional sometimes, because they would show up in story, like, a lot. Yeah. Every once in a while. Where would you put him? I
was thinking C tier.
C is good.
Like...
He's a C boy. Yeah.
Oh God, this guy.
Dalton. I think.
Yeah. So Dalton's, he's the guy who has a crush on Sabine.
On that, yeah. Well, they used to be married.
He's her ex-husband.
Yes.
He left almost no impression on me. I just barely remembered that little factoid about him.
I think he's sort of cool. Like, I think he's, like, disabled, if I remember. Like, he, like, one of his legs is fucked up. Mm-hmm. Is he the one who had if you put in the support slot, he, like, heals your party after every fight? Or is that the other doctor?
That's the other guy.
Okay, there's, like, 4 doctors in this game. So I don't remember what Dalton does
we never figured out what he did. We never put him in the party ever. Because we got him pretty late.
So, like, I was gonna say, like, he's cool, and, like, I would put him at, like, C or D, but considering that we actually don't know what he does in the game, maybe he should be removed. Like, does he really add anything?
Okay, we'll put him in removed for now, but he might get bumped up if we get too many
I do think his design is good. You know, he's pretty hot. He has, like, a cool scar on his face. Like, that's hot.
I don't know. Like, maybe we'll put him in D for now, and if we need more removes, we'll move him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our favorite...
Yes, the character who, when they showed up, we had to stop playing the game and do research for how to pronounce his name.
Jixtra.
Yes. Yes, that's...
He has a very large chest. Very, very voluminous pectoral muscles.
He speaks in surfer slang.
He speaks like Michelangelo from 80s TMNT.
Which was so fun to voice.
He's extremely good in combat.
He is possibly one of the best characters in the game in combat, which is why they lock him off until, like, the very end of the game. He was one of our very last recruits, and the moment we recruited him, he never left our party.
Yeah, he just stayed there the whole time. Like, at first we were like, okay, he has a combo attack with, like, other hot guys. Cool, let's try that. It turned out to not be good. I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll take him off. Then I just had him defend. It turns out his defense ability increases the attack of everyone else in your party, and it increases it by, like, a lot, actually. So, like, him defending did more damage than it would have if he was attacking. Yes. So, like, I just had him defend every single round, and the rest of the party got to kick ass a lot. Uh-huh. So, and also he's very good eye candy. I'm going to keep bringing that up.
Yes.
He is very, very hot.
And he was fun in all the scenes. Like, He does show up earlier in the game. Despite being a late recruit, like, they do make sure to seed him in earlier, and you just can't recruit him at the time.
Yeah.
It's not a big part, but at least, like, when we saw him again, we're like, oh, finally we get to recruit him.
Yeah, because as soon as we saw him in that early scene, we were like, oh, we want him at the castle. Like...
So that was nice, too, that even though he's late, unlike some of the other late recruits, like, he actually showed up earlier.
Yes.
And established who he was. So yeah, I'm gonna say S tier.
He's an easy S tier for me.
Very easily.
Like, he fits all the qualifications. Okay, we have a bunch of old men, it looks like.
Yes.
This is the blacksmith guy. He sharpens your weapons.
Which is very important.
Yes, and he does everything like a blacksmith is supposed to do. He's a stereotypical blacksmith.
Yes. He doesn't really have any depth. Otherwise, I would rank him higher. I'm thinking C tier.
Yeah, see, like, he's useful, and he is hot. Like, he's a hot old guy. Like, we liked that.
Next up, we have a less hot old guy.
So, Dr. Court, I hate him.
Yeah.
Mostly because I hate Begoma.
Yeah.
And he is Begoma.
For those of you who haven't played this game, there are a number of side mini games that you can play throughout the game. One of them is Begoma, which is just Beyblade, for those of you who know. Or spinning tops. Begoma has absolutely no tactical depth or...
I mean, you have to press the button sometimes.
Yeah. It is the worst side game. Like, he hates the chicken game more, but I think Begoma is
okay, the chicken racing game can go to hell. But I did make you play Begoma after a certain point. I was like, I don't want to do this.
I went through and played the chicken racing game, and like it actually has tactical depth, and it's a lot like playing Monster Rancher. And I actually, once I got into it, I did sort of enjoy it. Like, Begoma has no redeeming qualities. So,
fuck Begoma. We'd like to remove all of Begoma, actually.
I think anyone Begoma related is probably going to get thrown in the removed tier. Not to mention that anyone Begoma related, like, also was an annoying character.
Like, they looked like Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters. Yes.
It was literally like playing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Plot on the side for some reason.
Yeah, and like, it was also a really, really long, and we already had one really long thing in the cooking minigame. I think the cooking minigame, like, edges out Begoma for...
Yeah, cooking minigame, like, was fun, even in just the fact that we got to see what everyone liked to eat. They held lines.
Like, it was sort of cute sometimes.
Like, there were redeeming qualities. Begoma, no.
Begoma can go to hell.
Yeah, please no. God.
So I remember this person. I don't remember what he does.
Alright, I need to look it up.
I just remember he's a cranky old man.
He's the fisherman. He does this...
Is he a fisherman?
But yes, this was one of the two fishermen in the game. He... attacks with a spear. We used him in our party once and then put him away when we realized he was completely useless and never looked at him again. And
we can't find him to know what
there he is. Durlin.
Okay, Durlin.
Oh, wait. But his portrait shows him doing hammering things? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not a fisherman.
Okay, I may have mixed him up with Rio... Because Riofan
uses a spear.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Okay.
So we don't remember what Durlin does.
No.
And we just finished the game, so that probably means he didn't leave any impression at all. I do remember he was in the old man hot spring scene. I remember that.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. He can be removed.
Yeah. El Alicanto!
I love El Alicanto.
I love El Alicanto.
I love that he's from the sun. He's a masked luchador. His recruitment fight was like amazing.
So cool. He's a very late recruit, so we didn't really get to use him that much, but he was okay in combat.
Like, I put him in, and then like he wasn't good.
He was okay.
Like, yeah, he was just okay. But by that point, we had so many like really good characters. That's like, why would we use something?
If we got him earlier, he would have gotten some time because he would have been useful when we didn't have characters like Jixtra to compare him against.
Yes. But he's another like hot like buff guy. He has a really like exaggerated like hero type personality. He's a masked luchador character. Yes. So I would say like coolness factor and hotness factor are both S ranked. Actual usefulness is like C ranked.
Yeah.
So maybe he's an A.
I was gonna put him in A.
I sort of want to make him an S anyway, just because he's really hot, and I think he's like.
And he's so much fun, and like even if he's not good in combat, like he was fun to use in combat.
Yeah, so if you're hot enough, we will put you in S rank, even if you're not good. We don't care.
I mean, I think
we're here for the muscles.
Yes, like maybe if you're like absolute trash tier in combat, we'll have to discuss it. But like, as long as you're usable, yeah. Electra.
So I think Electra looks cool. She has a cool part in the story. However, I didn't like that stupid ass king who like was an asshole the whole game and then died. I hate that she kept being like, oh, he's not that bad. He's actually fine. You guys just don't understand him. He never used to be this way. Like, it seemed like she was like an abuse apologist.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, you know what, Electra? You need to take a hard look in the mirror at yourself. And then look at your king again after you look at yourself.
Yeah.
But I think design-wise, she's cool.
She's cool.
I never actually used her in fight, but her battle sprite looked cool. So I sort of wish that I had tried her out once.
Unfortunately, like several others, she comes in very late in the game. Like, she's around for a long time, but you can't use her for most of the game.
Yeah, but she's in, like, a good chunk of the story.
Yeah.
You know, I guess a B, C, or a D.
I was going to say B, so...
I just wish her writing was... I wish that, like, at least another character had been, like... Electra, I think you're, like, trying too hard to convince yourself that king doesn't suck ass. That would have been nice, at least.
Yeah. NOA, who I actually remember the name of, despite the fact that he is completely pointless.
Okay, well, he's a guy, you recruit him to be in the guild, and I guess maybe he does guild things. We don't see him do anything.
So, like, the only point of him and two other characters we'll get to later is you can send them out on guild missions. But you can send out any other character on guild missions. And, like... We don't understand the stats of the guild missions at all because it's not explained anywhere in game.
It was sort of like,
so maybe they had good stats, but you
like
can't
some
tell.
People have high
There's no
strength,
feedback.
Some have high intelligence. I'm like, well, how does that relate to like them gathering things? Yeah. And the game like doesn't bother to explain any of that.
So as a result, completely useless, completely pointless. Yeah, I would say remove.
Yeah, like I would remove all of the guild people. Like, to be frank,
which we will. Do we want to just grab them all now?
If we can find them.
Okay, let's see.
We'll find them when we go.
We'll find them when we get to them, I guess.
There's so many people left.
Yeah, as you can see.
There's so many characters.
Let's go to Yuma.
I like Yuma.
I know you like Yuma.
I think Yuma is, like, he has an arc through the game, and I like that at the end it says that he's, like, one of the best kings that this country has ever had. And I can see that happening for him, because he learned so much throughout this game.
Yeah, he was so useless at the beginning of the game, but, like, he grows. He's a support character, but he actually has a very good support skill.
His support's really good, yeah.
So, like, he's actually very useful in combat, which is surprising for Yuma.
And, like, story-wise, I just thought he was interesting. Like, I like that he had an underrated crush on Periel.
Yep.
But he also, like, admired Periel so much and wanted to be like her.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just good shit for him.
He's a very well-realized three-dimensional character.
Yeah, I also really like doing his voice. I thought it was fun to do him.
I was thinking A for him.
Yeah.
Because if he was hotter, he would make it to S, but...
If he was hot, it would, like, his character wouldn't make any sense anymore. Because he'd also be, like, confident and manly.
Yeah. Fallon!
Or Fallon.
Fallon?
Fallward? Fall something.
Fall something. He was a very early carry for us in the game.
Yeah, like, he and the other healer lady, they had a very useful group combo move where they healed everybody. Without using MP, because MP was very scarce early in this game.
Yes.
So, you know, he was cool there.
Yeah, he kind of showed up just to fill out your Legion and to give you a healing option. After that, he completely vanishes from the game. But, you know, he was very useful in the part of the game where he was very useful.
And that's the nature of this sort of game. Like, party members are designed to, like, sort of come in and out. Like, and you gradually sort of upgrade as you go through the game. Yes.
So I'm thinking C?
C is good. Yeah. Like, he's cool.
Faye.
She's fine.
Like, she's fun. Her recruitment quest is one of the more well-developed ones without being ridiculously long.
Yeah, like, there were several scenes, and you got to see, like, other characters come in and, like, do stuff,
and
which I liked.
Yeah, like, it was a very... There was a lot to it. As a character in combat, I'm pretty sure she was...
I never put her in the party, but I think doesn't she have something good?
Yeah.
Like,
she can steal items.
Stuff, so, like, she's probably useful for certain parts. It's just we never used her to do that.
Because we forgot about it. There's a lot of characters in this game to keep track of.
But, you know, like, she's probably good.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like, I guess a D or a C. Like, she had a personality, unlike a lot of other characters.
C,
yeah, like, she's cool. Foxiel. I liked Foxiel.
I liked Foxiel, but...
her sprite is really cool, because she uses a spear and it looks awesome. However, I don't think she was actually very good in combat. No. But she looked cool, and sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah. We recruited her during the invasion of a city, because they don't remove her during this special event.
So, like, there's all these zombies going around, and she's just, like, standing there, and I was like... Hold on. Like, I think I did not talk to this person earlier when they were, like, the city was populated. Let me go and talk to her now. And she acts like nothing's happening. She's just like, oh, yeah, I'm here. I want to be a bride. I'm learning how... I need to learn how to cook. You need to get me this recipe for this dish that, like, I remember, but, like, I don't know the name of it anymore. And we're like, you do realize that, like, the city is under invasion. And she's like, no, I don't realize that. I have no idea.
But yes, Foxtail was fun. Like, I don't know.
Like, we don't really do anything with her, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, like, for what she is, she's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, I just a C.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, C or B was where I was at.
Like, she has a very cool design that I like.
Francesca!
We adore Francesca.
I love Francesca. Like, I fell in love with her the moment she came on screen. She is a healer, but, like... She became a healer because she wants to be a proper lady, but she's really a foul-mouthed ruffian.
Yes, and you know, sometimes the best way to heal someone is to beat the shit out of whoever is like causing you the injury in the first place.
Her introduction scene was the main character walking in on some guy hitting on her, and her turning around and beating him up because he wouldn't go away when she said no.
Just beating him relentlessly.
Because he went in to try and save her, and she's just like, no. And then he's like, do I need to help this guy? I don't want to help this guy. This guy's an ass. And then he immediately recruited her to the party. She's very good. We had her partnered with Fallon.
Foul word, whatever. Foul something. But she's definitely better than he is.
She also, early game, despite being a healer, had one of the best attack stats.
Yeah, like she was like very good in the party for a while. Like the only thing she didn't have was defense, which like she could die very easily, unfortunately.
We had to keep her in the back row and try to keep her alive, but like she was a huge damage dealer, a healer, like
she was sort of the full package. I would put her in A rank.
And
we liked her so much,
her.
and like we remember her.
Yes.
So like. This is the armor lady who is also obsessed with fashion.
Should I look up her name?
No. Okay. She's the armor lady.
I
mean, she had a personality.
She had more of a personality than most of the shopkeepers.
Yeah, like...
And her only role was to be a shopkeeper. So I think she's perfectly well suited for her role. She might have had a scene at the end if we'd shop there more, instead of going to the hot springs all the time.
I think we made the right choice.
I agree. We got a scene with Cabana at the end, and we're just like, I wonder if there are other scenes depending on who you interact with.
I'm assuming it's based on whoever whichever vendor you visit the most. And of course it was the hot spring for us, because we were trying to unlock all those conversations.
Yeah.
I mean, I does for her. Like, she's a cool lady.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of...
this guy, just get rid of him immediately. Yeah. We don't need that guy.
He's another one of the guild people. He does literally nothing when you recruit him. I don't remember his personality.
I found him in our room once, and I was like, who even are you? Like, I didn't even remember recruiting him. I was like...
Next up, we have...
a dwarf guy. You find him in the mines.
Yeah.
He was one of the dwarf guys. He did dwarvish things.
Yeah. Okay, so he's... wants to be a warrior. And like that's his whole thing is I want to be a big warrior. We recruit him in a mine. He goes into the party. He never shows up again. We tried using him in a fight once. He was terrible. He had very little personality outside of
he was a dwarf
who wants
guy.
To be a fighter. Yeah,
I don't really like his appearance
and
very much either. Like, I don't like, and I'm someone who like I think dwarves are fucking hot.
Yeah, but he's the least hot dwarf in the game.
Yeah,
and there is a female dwarf in the game, and I still find her hotter than.
She's cool too.
Yeah.
I'm D.
Yeah, I'm gonna say D. Like, he could probably be removed with no issue, but like at least he's. They like got something going for him,
and like there's so few dwarves. Like I sort of don't want to get rid of any of them. This guy has a name.
Oh, okay, this one
we should look up him because I do like this character.
Yes, the inevitable. Can I remember every character's name in this game?
When you told me you could, I was like,
I said I could remember most of them. It was just Galadar. Yeah, he's got an interesting name that I cannot remember for some reason.
So Galadar, I think he looks awesome.
Yeah.
Like I think all the Guardians in this game actually look fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I really like just their style. He also canonically has disciplined Wave in the past, which I took to mean that he regularly spanked him back when, he was training him to be head of the Guardians. He also has, like, a funny... If you put him in the support slot, like, if you fight enemies who are much weaker than you, he will just randomly pop up and just kill them all instantly, which I think is pretty cool. It's not, like, the most useful, but, like, you don't need everyone to be, like, super useful. Like, some characters are there just to be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, probably an A for me.
Yeah, I was thinking A. I was also there.
Okay, now we have a bunch of hot guys.
Yes!
So
let's start with Garou.
Garou, the beautiful, daddy-licious Australian kangaroo man.
All right, I have things to say about Garou.
Do you now?
Yes. So Garou has a pouch.
Yes, he does.
So I'm taking... For those of you who know anything about the biology, probably know that male kangaroos don't typically have pouches. So I take it that he is
he a trans character? He might be.
Also gay, because that will explain why. Because he, like, only seems to have love interests that are male. We do know he has a daughter, but that would make sense if he's trans.
I hadn't even thought of... Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, I'm all for it. I'm into that. So, okay, I know one of the... I ship him with Gar, personally, but who, like, are his other love interests?
Well, Gar is definitely, like, the top one. Honestly, like, he's got a little thing with Wave early on, but, like, that vanishes real quick for Gar. Once he meets Gar.
Yeah, once he meets Gar, it's like, two beastmen have met each other. They're taking each other's measure, so to speak.
They're going on dates.
They're going on dates to, like, taste sweet things.
Yes.
Because they both have, like, candy addictions. So, like, they just go and, like the way it's described in Baba's notes on these two characters, it literally seems like they just go on dates once a week. And they buy cakes and shit. Yeah,
they literally go out and to eat together once a week.
Which is super cute.
Yes.
I mean, I love doing his voice. He was very fun. He's a very solid S rank. If you put him in the baths, he has, like, big pecs.
Yeah.
Like big muscular kangaroo pecs.
I mean, yes, he's guaranteed S rank.
And speaking of guaranteed S ranks,
Gar, his boyfriend.
So Gar's one of the first characters you recruit from the Watch. Yes. He's like, he's your mentor, sort of, like, in the first part of the game.
Although Leanne will tell you she is.
Yes, but Gar is the one who's actually in charge. And I remember one of the first things you noticed as you were playing Hiran, like, it was some sort of story cutscene.
Yes!
And you made me stop the game because you were like, Gar has a huge ass.
So anytime Gar, during a story cutscene, is walking away from the screen, he's got this giant ass, and it just sways back and forth very noticeably.
With his tail.
With his tail.
But, like, yeah, he's just not a big dump truck.
Yes. Like, canonically, it's a dump truck ass. He is probably the biggest ass in the game, which is amazing considering some of the people he's up against.
I know. Gar's great. He's very gruff. He's like...
Yes, I loved voicing him.
Yeah, like, it was a lot of fun, like, very growly. And he also, I take him canonically as another spanker, because he is in charge of the Watch. He's in charge of, like, his, like, 7 siblings or whoever, that, like, he's the oldest one, so we have to watch out for all of them. He spanks. He is a spanker.
Yep. And he was very useful. Very high attack stat.
Yeah, like, several times in the game, you're, like, sort of forced to use him, but, like, we never really minded using him, unlike some characters, Neo. But Gar was always solid. Like, he was a good, like, I wouldn't put him in the party, like, otherwise, but, like, when he was in the party, he served his function well.
Mm-hmm. All right. Giran.
Giran is cool. I think he's cool.
Yes. Giran is another one of those characters who kind of shows up and has no real connection to the rest of the party, it seemed, at first. But then it turns out, like, he's one of the people who has a connection to Code L. And
yeah, like, he's got stuff going. He's, like, doing rune research or something.
He's very useful in combat.
Like, I think, like, he has some things going on story-wise, like, not in the main story, but, like, he sort of had his own story sort of happening. And like, I used him in the early part of the game, like, he was in the party all the time, because he was the magic user that I chose. And, like, I like that he could use spells and, like, his rune let him like save on magic points when he cast stuff, so like it let him actually heal effectively back when nobody had any magic points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's good. I probably B for me. He's a B character.
That works for me. Gigi? Is that her name? Or his name. We thought this character was a girl for the longest time, but then it turned out he was a guy.
I still don't know. I mean, that mask, it could be anything under there. I know that they're a cat person. That's all that I know. I never used them because I didn't like them.
I went and used them when you weren't
you
playing.
You wanted me to use them, and I was like, I don't want to.
And I tried to use them, and he was not good.
But I mean, he's not a personality. Like, he
cool
wants to be like the
design.
strongest stone lion in the world or something.
Unfortunately, he has like no connections with any other characters, which hurts him.
Yeah, I don't even remember having any hot spring scenes with this character. Like, did we never do them?
We never did his. There is one, but it's
whatever.
Like very annoying set of characters. So I was just like, he was. No.
So like I probably say D. Like I wouldn't remove them, but I do wish that they had done like more with this character. This person remove this Bigoma bitch.
This is not a Bigoma.
Oh wait, this is the card person.
This is the card person.
Sorry.
Which I went and played all the card games while he wasn't around because he didn't want to involve in. The card game is actually the most fun side game in the entire game, it turns out.
Yes, you liked the card game.
It has a lot of tactical backing. He's just the storekeeper who sells you packs. It was fun to just use cards of all of the major characters.
Yeah, like, he's cool. Like, me, like, I play Magic the Gathering Arena, like, frequently, so I was like, you know what? I don't want to play any more card games.
Yeah.
I'm sort of card gamed out.
But I would put him in, like, at least D.
Okay, yeah.
Because,
Put him wherever you like.
Okay, we have...
This is the poet guy.
That was Glenn, by the way. I forgot to say his name.
Glenn.
This is...
I don't remember.
Look it up. How hard can it be to find a big...
He's another big,
Styrian.
Muscular blue man.
Yes, the newest Styrian. He's down here. There he is. Goldsmith. Right.
Goldsmith.
So he's the first Styrian you can recruit. He's a poet. All of his dialogue is super fun.
He's always delivering like haikus and things.
He's not particularly useful.
I don't think we ever actually used him.
Yeah, he's a support character.
Oh, okay. I don't remember what he does.
What he does is he allows you to hold an extra 30 items.
Oh, so whatever.
So like if you're going for like 100% completion, he's probably pretty useful. We did check in with him every time we passed him in the castle, though, to see if he knew dialogue.
And because I just liked looking at his portrait, I was like, show me those titties, Goldsmith.
Yep. And then he had a bathhouse scene with Jixtra and the other Styrian we have yet to meet.
Yes. So, like, I think he's cool. Again, I just sort of wish there was more to him.
Yeah.
But,
He seems to be getting set up as being important for the next game.
Yeah, because they definitely drop hints that, like, there's stuff going on in the Styrian village. So, like, we'll probably find that out whenever they release it, like 5 years from now.
So, I mean, I would definitely not put him below B, I think.
Yeah, like A or B.
Yeah. I'll put him in A because he's very hot.
He is hot.
General
Goldwyn. I think General Goldwyn is kind of a badass.
Yes.
I like him a lot. I also like doing his voice when we played. He's the guy who's like a legendary general on like the evil side, but like he's constantly giving like the big bad like a side eye because he's like, you came to power like definitely through duplicitous means, and like I know that you did, and I just need to prove it, and then like I'm gonna switch sides instantly, and like that's what he does.
Yes. It was so good.
So like he's pretty cool. I liked him a lot. He's also like a hot gilf. He's cool. I would say he's an A.
Yeah.
I enjoyed him a lot.
Yes, he's only usable as a commander in the war battles, but as a commander he's fine. He doesn't have any. Several of the like general people don't have roles elsewhere, but
yeah, but some people are just generals.
Yep. Hakugen.
she is a lesbian.
Yes.
She is Mio's lover.
Yeah.
She's pretty awesome. I really liked her.
She was also a strong character.
Yeah, like she's good in fights. She's a long range person. Her rune is useful because she splits into 3 people and attacks like a whole row. Naruto, like Kage no Bunshin style. She looks awesome. Like she throws like ninja stars in fights.
Yeah, we get like a lot of backstory on her and Mio. Like, Mio's her only connection, but she's still so much fun. And we like Mio.
But, like, Mio being her only connection only deepens, like, the lesbian angle. Like, she is definitely, like, she and Mio are definitely...
She's literally the only reason she's on this continent is because of Mio. Like, otherwise she would not be here. She doesn't know anyone else on the continent. Like, it's canon. She came after Mio.
So, I might put her at S rank. Just because
I'm fine with that.
I really like her. She's awesome. The first non-hot person to me in S rank.
Yes. Next up
is Riza Hawkeye.
Yes.
Well, I don't remember what her actual name is.
Oh my god. Yeah, we kept talking about her being Hawkeye. Now we can't think of her real name.
But she is Riza Hawkeye, and if you liked Riza Hawkeye from FMA, you'll probably like this character.
Yes.
Because she's the same person.
Which, I mean, who doesn't like Riza?
You know, she's basically Sane's secretary. She is good in fights. Like, she's fine.
Yeah, you have to use her a bunch in the story. She's got a whole bunch of story roles. She often plays, like, moral compass to Sane when he's confused.
You know, she's good.
Yeah.
If you want Sane to be heterosexual, you might ship him with her.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would ever want that, but... You know, if you happen to.
Although she, canonically, I think is more interested in...
Valentine? I didn't really get that vibe, but I guess, yeah, probably.
There were a few vague times where she hinted she might be vaguely interested in Valentine.
Yeah, well, I mean, she liked to tease him for, like, being a ladies' man. And she was like, well, I'm a lady, you're not making moves on me. And he's like, oh, it's because I'm secretly gay. This is sort of what I was getting. But, you know, there were numerous times in this game that you were like, these characters are clearly interested in each other. And I was like, wait, they are? Wait, what?
Oh my god.
It completely went over my head. Just like, straight people don't exist to me.
There was one really bad one where one character that we will get to. Actually, I'll talk about when we get to them.
Okay.
Let's stick on topic so this doesn't take forever.
Like, A or B?
Yeah, I'm going to put her in A because she's
she's cool.
Alright, this guy.
He runs an item shop.
Yeah.
The most notable thing about him is that he's weird and that he was like just hanging out in the cave for some reason.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yes, I like to be in weird places.
Yep.
And we were like, why?
Shows up as the item store guy for the rest of the game.
But you know, like, so after this recruitment, it's just nothing is really interesting about him other than that he was just in a cave once for no reason. Yeah. But you know, he's cool.
I mean, I'd better put him in C, honestly.
Sure.
Okay.
He can be C.
Hogan, right?
Hogan, yeah. So he runs the trading house.
Which I did without him.
Yeah, so like I hate the trading house. So that might make him go down a rank. However, he is also like a crocodile man, which makes him go back up a rank. And he's like, is he like a cowboy?
Yes, and he's also from the previous game. That one you actually remember.
Yes, I do remember him because he's a crocodile man.
Yes.
I guess he's like Crocodile Dundee or like he's
but
cool.
like Gar, he's from the same hometown as Gar. We know. We don't know where that is still.
So there's a hometown that's full of Australia-themed animals. Someplace.
Yes. But yes, he does have he did get to have like little chatter with Gar or with CJ. Not Gar, sorry, Guru, CJ. I don't think he did with Isha.
That cast though, of New Nevea.
Yep.
But I do think he's cool. He's probably a B.
Yeah.
A B or an A. Despite me hating the trading house and never going there, but like I liked knowing that he was waiting for me if I ever did.
All right.
The fisherman.
Oh, he pissed you off so much
because you couldn't recruit him. Yeah. He kept being like, well, I need this one special... Actually, he didn't even say that. For a while, he was just like, oh, yeah, hi, I'm just hanging out here.
And he had a portrait, and we kept going back, like, after every story segment.
Every fucking story segment.
And he was always just like, oh, hi. And we didn't teleport for most of that period, so it was very annoying, because he was through a mountain pass. You had to go check on it.
And eventually he was like, well, if only I had, like...
Oh, eventually showed up in a different town. Yes. And then
I might join. But he didn't tell you what fish, and it's like, or like where to get the fish.
So we look it
like,
up,
my God.
and then even once we looked it up, it's like a random spot in the overworld.
Like, really hard to find.
And it took us like an hour to find the fish.
All for this fucking fish. And I don't like the fishing minigame. Like, it's pointless.
And I think he does some sort of support for fishing. I don't know.
Fishing.
But yeah, I would probably remove him, honestly. Maybe D.
Probably D.
Okay.
Like, some people like to play JRPGs and fish in them.
I don't mind the
It's the
fishing.
breath of fire of it all. I don't know.
I just hate the fact that he was completely... He had nothing to do with the fishing minigame.
He just sort of stood there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He gave us the fishing rod, actually, so yes.
Like, yeah, he gives you the fishing rod.
Like,
thanks a lot.
His one big contribution. His name is Huang, by the way. I forgot to
We don't care. Fuck this guy.
Town
planner lady.
Yes.
She dreams of planning a town, and then
it's like Isabel or something.
You get a town, and she plans it.
I think
let's call her Isabel.
Okay.
Annabelle? I don't know.
No, it's definitely started with an I.
Okay.
Because we're at the I's now. You goes next.
I didn't even realize it's been alphabetized this whole time.
Yes. That's why I was like, I think I can remember the names because I know it's going to be alphabetized.
Yeah, that would help. Okay. Well, she's cool. She's in the story.
Yeah. I really enjoyed voicing her. I loved the fact that like the town's architect is just this woman, because like female architects are so rare in media in general.
That's true.
And she's just incredibly competent, and at several points during the story, she's just like, okay, this is how you're going to deal with this crazy situation, because I'm going to use my architectural expertise to help you.
Yeah, at least one point, she was like, so you need to blow up something. And I happen to have a store of munitions, because that's like part of building a town. Like, here, have a stick of dynamite on me. And we were like, okay.
Yeah, so I enjoy her for that. That bumps her up past just like a character who's there.
Okay, well, let me bring up a counterpoint. At several times while playing this game, while going through your headquarters, I did comment that I thought the layout of the headquarters was actually very annoying and badly designed. So does that mean that she did a bad job designing it? And that we can blame her for that?
I feel like that's more of the game developer's fault than anything about her character. But there is one very terrible design decision in the castle that anyone who's played probably knows what we're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The set of where if you go south straight out of the entrance, you just
like,
hit a dead end and you have to
go
around through some hidden stairs.
It's very annoying.
Yeah,
because I did that all the time.
All the time, yeah. I don't know. I would put her in B rank.
B rank?
Yes.
I might put her in C rank. I don't know. You can put her in B rank under protest.
Okay.
Eiyuden, a hot samurai. He looks like Mitsurugi from Soul Calibur.
He's the very first optional recruit, but he's like significantly less optional because you need to recruit characters in order to progress the story.
Yes.
That said, I think you can probably skip him because there's more characters to recruit than...
Yeah, you didn't need to get him, but like I did because he was in the very first town that you were in, so it's
he's
like he
very
would
hard to
naturally
miss.
sort of be the first. I think he's cool looking. He's hot.
We tried to use him in combat a lot. He never really took off.
Yeah, like he was never good, but like it was fine.
He's got connections to a bunch of characters throughout the game.
Yeah, and apparently he was in the first game, but I totally forgot that he was there.
Yeah. I don't know. B rank?
I would say A.
Okay.
Just because his sex appeal
fair
puts him up.
This is like Juan? Was that his name?
Yeah.
Julian?
Sure.
Something like that.
He
into art.
He's very into art.
Yeah, another character that we had to actually look up how to recruit because he requests a specific piece of art. Now, this isn't as bad as some of the others because we go to Peril and Peril's like, oh, you should get this one and you can find it in this area.
Yes.
And then we totally...
And if I had remembered that, then it would have been easier.
But then we're like, oh, we'll come back to that. And then we were like, where was that area? So we had to look it up.
And what did we need? But like getting him, actually, it did take me like an hour just to grind out this item from this enemy. Like,
which,
so
if we'd actually used the item stealing person, we probably would have been in better shape. But we didn't have CJ yet, who was the other item stealer.
I did use somebody who was helping.
Oh, maybe you were using CJ. You were using CJ. That's right.
But, like, you know, he's cool. He's the type of character who, like, just has a rose between his teeth for no apparent reason. Like, he's very dramatic.
What does he do once you recruit him?
I don't know. Is he the,
Is he the guy who...
I think he, no. If you bring your question mark... No, that's the other girl. I don't know what he does.
I think he must be a support character.
He hangs out and looks fabulous around the castle.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what he does.
Where do you want to put him?
I don't know. B or C?
I was going to go with B off the top of my head.
He has a strong personality. I love Calathor.
Calathor!
We don't need to look up his name, because Calathor is adorable.
Yes.
He just wants to experience the outside world. He wants to see what life is like for non-plant creatures, which is very cute.
Yeah, he's, like... He plays a significant role in a small part of the story. And then he's around.
Yeah, I always wish he would come back. Because I think he's very cool.
Yeah.
I think he's a solid A for me, at least.
Yeah. Useful enough. Like, just love him being there. Oh my god, I voiced his character. Cassius. Thank you.
Cassius.
Yeah. He is the general to Yuma.
Yeah, so like he's always... He's like sort of the manly guy who like Yuma looks up to, like, very clearly. He's also like a protector figure. He is canonically a spanker of that whole country, in my opinion. Just at one point in the game, like, they say that he has a strong hand.
Yeah.
And like both Hiran and I were like, a strong hand, you say. And like that's all that we need.
Yeah.
But you know, he's a stern sort of general guy. He's like, you know, he spanks the men who serve under him. Of course.
I wish he had a bit more dimension as a character for all his screen time.
Yeah, he doesn't really do very much.
He's around a lot, but he doesn't... Like, he mostly serves to be, like, the rock against the evil general of Yuma's.
Yes, who we found his underwear in that one story
scene. Oh my
god. But yeah, like... But also, Cassius has a very good support thing. Because he makes soldiers come and attack for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean... Like, I just wish his personality is a little bit better. But, like, A or B...
I'll toss him an A. But
if
he had a good personality...
If
he had a good personality, he would have been S, but he doesn't have one, so...
Yeah.
The
Lumberjane.
Carol?
Carrick? I want to say Carrick.
Okay. She's a logger. We found her logging. We recruited her, and she generated wood for us for the rest of the game.
Yes, and sometimes we put her in our party if we wanted to go to a specific gathering point and get wood.
Yep.
You know, she's fine.
She's fine.
It turns out she likes cute things, which you wouldn't know because she's so butch. That's her character trait.
Yep. You know, it's nice having a butch lesbian in the game.
Yeah, like, I'm all for the butch lesbians.
Yeah, that's all I have to say on her.
If you yourself are a lesbian, you'd probably like her more. But like, C maybe, like, she's cool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Kogan. Yeah, it just took me a second there.
The boss.
Yes. So very early in the game, one of the plot lines before everything goes down is that a bunch of bandits are going around. Mm-hmm. And doing things. I don't think we ever figured out exactly what they were doing.
I think they were robbing people, but it was to help, like, their people who are refugees. So, like, they're robbing for like, good reason. Yeah. So, like, we don't want to punish them too much. Like, just a sound spanking is all that they need. And they'll be
Gar
good.
Takes them away.
Yeah, okay. So, after that scene, I literally started a fanfiction, like, the day after. Yeah. I'm still working on it, but, like, I am writing a spanking fanfic about Kogen, just because I think he's very spankable, and he needs to be spanked. He
also has the ability to attack an entire row very early in the game.
His rune is so good.
So good.
He just throws, like, iron balls at, like, the entire enemy group.
And he continues showing up throughout the game, unlike some of the other, like, story characters who just vanish.
And, like, when he did show up, it was, like, the scenes were good.
Yeah.
Like, he, like...
So, I would want to put him on S tier.
I think he's S. He's good. We like him.
And he's very hot. We didn't actually really discuss that, but he is incredibly hot.
Yes. He's, like, a bigger, like, burly type guy, and also he has, like, two men who, like, fawn over him constantly, like, as their leader. But also sort of in the gay way.
Mm-hmm.
Kuritu?
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his name. That close enough.
Blonde archer guy who has muscles and flexes when you win in fighting.
Yeah, he's another early recruit like Iugo, but unlike Iugo, he didn't get any depth later on whatsoever.
No, like he's very one note. He's a muscular guy.
Yeah.
I might put him in A just for that.
Yeah. But for the record, he is a much lower A than
yeah, he's like an A-.
Yeah, than Iugo. Kurtz. I really enjoyed voicing him. He was the chef, so he's the one who had the wife earlier, we discussed.
Yeah, I think the wife is much more interesting than he is, though.
Like, Kurtz is just the one sane guy. He's like Phoenix Wright in the Ace Attorney games, where he's the one sane person as everyone around him goes absolutely crazy. And I do enjoy him for the Phoenix Wright vibes.
Like, in his case, it's like all these crazy other chefs keep showing up.
And he's just like, why are we doing this? Okay, whatever.
Like, he was funny.
Yeah, like, he had an arc, which is better than a lot of characters. I would probably put him in B.
Mm-hmm. It was funny, we were looking up, like, all the trophies after he beat the game, and it turns out I never actually had him cook anything for us, like, even a single time.
You collect recipes throughout the whole game. You can use them for the cooking minigame, or you can make items that are actually really good. Like, we looked through the list, and we're like, all of these are super good.
I never did it. Because I didn't need to. Like, no, the game is not that hard that, like, you need to do everything in it.
Alright, Owie's brother.
I don't know. We never used him.
No, he's not usable. He's a general only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Alby referred to, like, family drama that they had, and if I was paying attention to it, it might have been interesting, but I sort of wasn't.
Yeah, he shows up very late in the game as a Deus Ex Machina. He's one of the 3 story characters who doesn't join until the game is basically over.
Yeah.
But unlike the others, he doesn't show up at all before that, because he's like semi-Deus Ex Machina, even though we knew he was coming because of Alway, but still.
Yeah, but like they were estranged the whole time. So, like, there was a reason he never showed up. I think that his hair is cool. Like, I like that he has, like, braids in it.
Like, I can tell they have further plans for him very clearly, because they set up all this stuff about the elves and we never see the elf city.
We never go there. So, I think
he's planned.
I think he has a cool design.
Yeah.
He's, very Legolas-y. I said I don't want to put him on the same level as Alway, I might put him at C just to be spiteful.
I was thinking C, so
okay, great.
Yes.
Okay, our favorite bitches here.
Lamb.
Yes. She is like the strongest character in the game. She's so fucking good. She has this combo attack with the other old person in the game, Ryufan.
Yes.
Who, they're like sort of an old man and old lady couple, but Lan is so much better than he is.
Lim's, her whole recruitment thing, she can use her ninja skills to turn into a young woman.
Yes.
A younger version of herself, and Ryufan's just so confused because he keeps looking at her like, I know you, but why do I know you?
How do I know you from? But yeah, she's just like a Yu Yu Hakusho character who can also do that. But she hits really hard. Her attack was better than anyone else for most of the
And we enjoyed her dialogue. She has no story relevance whatsoever, but we always enjoyed whenever she spoke.
But she's awesome. So she's definitely at least A.
Yeah, I was gonna say S.
She
honestly.
might be. Yeah, put her in S.
Okay.
She deserves it.
Yeah.
This bitch can be removed. Get rid of
So this is the final guild person. This is Lele. I remember her name.
Okay, and her character trait is that she's drunk. That's what she's
always drunk, and she's really good at finding treasure, despite being completely useless otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Is what we were told about her. She was also had a very annoying recruitment thing. So no good sides.
Goodbye.
Not that it was difficult. It was just very unclear what we had to do. Anyways, Leanne, yes. Lean, sorry.
She is the luckiest girl alive, and her stats weigh that out.
Yeah.
She has a very high luck stat in the game.
Yeah. She's actually very useful once you get her, but she is the 120th character to recruit.
Yeah, so you have to get every other character in order to get her.
You do get to use her during the story sequence earlier, so we actually did get some gameplay with her.
She's Marissa's girlfriend, which I liked. I liked that sort of representation.
It was very funny because, like, she kept having scenes with both Marissa and her brother. We didn't mention who Lean is.
Lean is the brother of Noah, who's the main character, who we haven't gotten to in our list yet.
Yes. But, yes, so she's got relationships with two of the main characters, and then there's, what's his face? Our blonde main character. Sane, who's just always like, who is she every time she shows up? And no one bothers to explain anything to him. Because he wasn't around during the when everything went down with her. So she's a lot of fun as a character.
I think she's cool. She's perky. She's energetic. She's sort of like no one can control her is her thing. Like every time people think that they know where she is, they look and she's like already like 100 like 100 miles away. They're like, what the fuck? Like because she's very impetuous. She has ADHD. She needs to go into ruins and like see what's in there.
I enjoy the fact that Marissa and Noah got to bond over Lean a lot.
Yes, because they both were like, that girl is a mess.
But we love her.
But we love her. And it was like, yeah, that's adorable. Like Lean's cool. She's cool. She's a cool girl.
I would probably put her in B.
I was gonna say A.
I wasn't sure if we were gonna put her higher than Aoi.
I might upgrade Aoi.
I was gonna say Aoi feels weird being in B.
Let's put him in A.
I feel like we should.
We can adjust it.
Yeah,
we can adjust things.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Is this Leon?
Yes.
Okay. What is up with Leon?
I don't know. Leon just shows up at your headquarters gate one day, talking about how
he has like a rune shard like in his hand
and it speaks to him
or something. He kept saying weird things, and I kept being like, is it like a joke that he doesn't have a rune shard? He actually like just has a stomachache, or is it like an actual curse that he has?
We got no development on that whatsoever. Sure. We thought he was a girl for like a good.
I kept saying she, and like eventually, like after 10 hours, you were like, he's actually a boy, and I was like, oh, okay, well I didn't know that. He looked like Dios from Utena. Yeah. He looks exactly like Dios. Yeah. The prince archetype.
He's horrible in battle. So we took him through a story segment, and we almost died so many times.
I thought he looked cool, so I was like, let me put him in the party. He's like the worst character. Yeah. And I was like, why? Like, why is he so bad?
Yeah. So where do we rank Leon?
I want to like Leon. I put him in the party because I thought he was cool, and I was so disappointed. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
But we do remember Leon.
Oh, we absolutely remember Leon. Leon cannot be below C rank because we remember Leon.
Like, I might put Leon at B.
Okay.
But even though I hate Leon just because he's so bad. Like the running gag every time we had to pick a party. Like, every time the game was like, who do you want to take with you? I was always joked, like, oh, we should take Leon. Like, because he's the worst person. And I always be like,
no! Yes.
Lilwyn.
Who is...
Always girlfriend,
sort of.
Probably.
Except not really, because they are both clueless in different ways. She has had a lot of scenes.
Yeah, she's a generic, nice elf girl who is very kind and cute.
Didn't have any dimensions whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, we got all this drama backstory, and I'm like, none of this is really expanding her character beyond.
Yeah, I was like, you're giving like all this drama to like the most boring character. I might put her at D. I didn't really like her very much.
Yeah. Yeah. Sad.
Lesbian librarian.
God, I do not remember her name.
We don't need everyone's names.
No.
It's fine. She's lesbian librarian. She's cute. She likes books.
We get to view all the monsters and all of the fish and all of the books we collect, which are called chapters for some reason, despite being totally separate books.
Yeah, I thought we were getting chapters of like all one book, but then it's not that. She's fine.
She's fine.
She's a C.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Like, okay.
Marin? She's
yes.
the little sister of this other archer guy who
yes.
we get him first, and then, like, we get her afterwards. And, like She's another character who I thought would be good, because she and the archer, her and her brother have a combo where like he attacks with arrows and she heals the whole party. So I was like, oh, that sounds really good. But then like she heals like 8 hit points to everybody, so I was like, oh, so it's useless. Actually not good.
Yeah, sadly.
But I thought the idea was cool. Yeah, like
she just needed to be rebalanced.
Yeah,
like a number of characters in this game.
Like B or C, like whatever. I would put her up like a rank higher than her brother, who like is not as good.
I'm probably gonna put her at B.
Yeah, put her at B, and her brother will be at C.
Yeah.
Wherever he is.
Yeah, whenever we get to him.
Marissa rocks.
Marissa
has the best fucking design of like anyone in the game.
Sorry, she's going in S.
She's S, right.
We know she's S.
I liked that they are clearly setting her up for the next game. So like I think Noah and Sane are not gonna make the crossover, but she is because she has a plot that is still going to be ongoing.
Yeah, like her plot is not resolved at the end of the game at all. Like her immediate plot is, but like the bigger, long-going plot with her is very clearly just starting.
Yeah, but like I love her design. I love that she has like
I love her personality.
Stuff. Like she has a cool personality. I just think. Just, like some characters you can just look at them and be like, oh, she's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And like she is one of those characters for me. Like along with like every other guardian in the game, but like she especially is like, oh my god, she's so cool looking.
Marcus.
He makes me laugh.
I know.
I do like him.
I had so much fun
I
dressing
didn't
him.
think I would like him, but then like as soon as he shows up and is like, I need your help, like where I'm just like, oh, I wasn't expecting this. This is actually really funny.
Yes. He has like 8,000 scenes with another optional character we'll get to in a moment, which is hilarious. Just we're like, she was optional, right?
I'm not even sure anymore if she actually was.
Absolutely
There's so
is
many
optional.
scenes. There's so many story scenes with the two of them.
I know.
I think he's like an A rank.
Because you didn't have to.
He's very cool.
She was definitely optional because you didn't have to bring her in the party for any of those scenes. We just did
that's
anyway.
True. We just did anyway. So I was like, I feel like I should.
Yes. A rank, you said?
I think he's an A
yes.
rank. I like Marcus.
A muscle magic guy.
Morius or something like that.
Marcus? No, that's Marcus. Morius.
Maius?
Bias? Yeah, it's something like that.
He uses MP, which, as we all know, stands for muscle power. He's
muscle.
He does make me laugh.
He wanted to be a magician so bad, he invented a new kind of magic, which was just hitting people over the head with a club.
Yes, he flexes a lot.
He goes on after the game to become the PE instructor at an actual magic academy.
I do think he's funny, and like he does seem to be there solely to be Bara fan service.
Yes.
So like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's at least an A.
Yeah, I would put him at A. He's missing something to become an S.
Maxim. I thought I would like Maxim when he first joined the party, but then I didn't like him actually.
Yeah.
He's
got boring.
He's very noble.
He's Electra's second simp.
You said second. I just went to simp. Like he loves women. He loves to love. He wants to make Electra stop thinking about that stupid king who she is into and like start thinking about him. But like, is he really that much better? I don't know. I would put him at like
C,
like C or D, maybe down to D. You know what? If Lilwyn's a D, then so is he.
Yeah, that's fair. Lilwyn is better than Maxim, so
I don't know if I go that far, but like they're.
All right, another character from the previous game, Malor.
Was she in the last game?
Yes.
I know, right? How did I not remember her? Okay.
I only know this because I looked up Garu's wiki page and it was talking about his and Malor's relationship.
Oh my god. Well, I didn't remember her being there. Malor is annoying. I didn't really like her very much. She's a magical girl. If you like magical girls, maybe you'll like her more. What am I talking about? I do like magical girls. I just thought that she was annoying, though. Whatever.
I liked Malor a lot more. Unique. I certainly liked her more than anyone in D rank.
Okay, I'll put her in C then.
Yeah.
She's allowed to be in C.
Like, we at least remembered her name right off the bat with no questions.
Yeah, we definitely will, like, if we see her, we know who she is. Yeah. Like, she's that crazy magical girl.
Oh, we should know him. He's such a major character.
I definitely should know him. I know sort of them.
Yeah.
Melchior? No.
Melchior?
No, it's not Melchior.
Yeah.
Can you try to look him up?
Yeah.
Because this is important to me. Because I like him.
Okay, Melridge.
Melridge. See, I think Melridge is incredible. He's a lot of fun. I loved doing his voice. He was very, like, calm and composed.
We did not expect him to remain in the story as much as he did.
I did.
He took over for another character.
Well, like, just as soon as they say that, like, he's a genius strategist, me having played Suikoden, I'm just like, oh, he's going to be, like, the Dai from this point on. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Like, he's great. I think he's very cool. Yes. He looks cool in fights, too, if you ever choose to have him in your party. At least an A. He's cool. I liked him. I liked whenever he'd be like, it's time for me to tell you what you're all gonna do now. Goth bitch.
Yeah. Definitely starts with M-E.
She has an army of skeletons.
Melina?
And she commands them.
Something like that. She has decided that Marcus one day, decided he was her thrall.
Yeah, she had to have him.
And she recruits us to help her find Marcus.
Well, she's talking the whole game about how she's going to, like, get the Skeleton King. And we're like, we don't know what you're even talking about. But then, like, Marcus eventually shows up and we're like, wait, this is the guy! Like,
she's been crazy. She's been telling us that she recruited us. No, we didn't recruit her. Uh-huh. She recruited us to help her find Marcus. And he finally shows up, and we're just like, she gets so many scenes with him.
You know, like, I thought she was cool. Like, she does, I don't know, her design seems like very, like anime. Yeah. But, like, not necessarily, like, in a way that I enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, but, like, I thought she has a cool rune. Like, she's good in fights.
Like, she's at the very lowest B for me.
Okay, yeah, she's a B. She's a B. Mio, a character who I wish was good.
Yeah, we all love Mio, but
so supposedly she's very good late game. I used her late game and she was not good, but like maybe they mean like post game she's good.
So the problem with Mio is that when she's introduced, she's at level 12. The rest of the party's at level 6, and she gets to like beat everyone up because she's level 12. But because she's level 12, they gave her terrible stats. So the moment she catches up and level the rest of the party, she's completely useless.
And then the game keeps making you use her in like story mode. And like every time you do, it's like she still sucks. And I fully upgrade her weapons. I give her like the best armor. I was like, there's gotta be some way I can make her useful.
So useless.
Like, she has a good combo attack with her girlfriend, Hakugen. Yeah. And like, that's pretty much the most useful she will ever be. At least in our playthrough.
Yeah.
Like, just because she's a lesbian, like, I want to give her a good story, but she's not good.
I know.
She isn't good.
But, like, I feel like we have to put her in B because it's Mio.
She can be B. Let her be B.
Like, I can't put her down with these people. Like, that's not fair.
Oh, that's not fair.
Momo!
We like Momo. He's a gender of some kind. He loves cuteness.
Momo has decided cuteness is the most powerful thing in the universe.
And will be as cute as possible in order to achieve that.
He's like a 500-year-old man who has been using spells to keep himself young and cute.
Very powerful.
Like, very, very good in battle.
It's like the only magic character who's like actually good.
Yeah.
You know, Momo's cool. I don't mind Momo.
A?
Or B? I guess A.
Okay.
I guess A. Marissa's other girlfriend, the android girl, Nil.
Nil, yes.
You liked voicing Nil.
I love voicing Nil, but Nil is a rune golem. So she's a robot, and she has no memory of like what her deal is, and she never finds out what her deal is.
Maybe next game. That's another reason I'm like Marissa's story is like not over.
No,
there's all these plot threads.
All of Marissa's supporting characters have like these lingering plot threads, and that's not the case for any of the supporting casts of the other two.
Nil, I didn't want to put her in the party because she didn't seem good.
Yeah.
But I like her as a character.
Yeah.
Probably a B.
Yeah, B.
Like, she's fine.
Okay, Noah.
So,
How
when
do
we
feel
started
about
the
Noah?
game, I thought that Noah was just like, a generic JRPG hero.
Yes,
like number
I remember
725.
And you were so like down on him, and I'm like, he seems like he's potential.
Boring. But then, as we played, I was like, Noah's actually like pretty sick. Like his heart's in the right place. He is a bit of a badass.
Yeah.
Like I actually like Noah quite a bit, and I like to voice. I think maybe it's like the Edo centric in me, but like voicing him made me like him more because like I got to like input like pathos into his lines, and that made it more interesting. So did I make him likable, or was he already likable in the script? Who's to say, really?
I mean, Noah's certainly more likable than a lot of JRPG protagonists. That goes for certain.
Yeah, like I think he's a pretty good A, and like he's really good in fights, of course, because he's the main character. So like they sort of have to make him good. This bitch can die. She can just straight up die. Yeah. That's right. Goodbye, Edge girl.
I don't remember her name.
Get out of here.
It doesn't matter. Peter.
He farms. He loves to farm.
Yes, that's his personality. He runs the farm. He once came in second in an eating contest and then went on to continue eating. So I don't know why he lost the contest.
Maybe it was speed eating. Well, he had to eat the most in a set amount of
time.
It
might have been a speed eating contest. I don't know. I remember that factoid about him. He's yet another character who exists.
Like, he is boring, but I do like him. I think his design is good. Maybe I just think he's cute. He is cute.
I don't know. I would put him in D rank, I think.
I was going to say C. Yeah, he probably is a D, though. But, like, I do think he's cute.
Yeah.
Speaking of cute, Paul is also very cute. He's one of Sane's best friends from childhood. He's a machinist. He works on a tank, which he named, but he wants to keep the name a secret, and I don't know why. He
wants to keep it a secret that he named the tank because he doesn't want people knowing that he treats his tank like a person, and because he thinks that's weird.
It is sort of weird.
Yeah, that's why.
I sort of gave him like a country bumpkin kind of voice, because like that's the type of character he is. Paul's very cool. I like that he sort of rounded out like Sane's crew of ne'er-do-wells. Mm-hmm. He's a A or B. I like him.
I'm gonna put him in A.
He's an
A. Prunella.
Dwarf lady.
Yes, Prunella.
She is a character who I wanted to be good, and I kept putting her in the party. Like I put her in the party like multiple times. She isn't good, but she has a cool design, and she uses like a bazooka. Yeah, and I like that. I like her eye patch.
She's when she shows up, she's like, "I'm not getting involved in your war. If you want me involved, you have to pay me like."
We had to pay her a lot.
100,000 bankwa. And if you actually do it and recruit her, she's like, "Okay, I was joking, but I guess I'll work for you. Here's half of that money back.
I'll reimburse you
because I'm not actually going to charge you 100,000 bankwa. But if you actually want me that much, okay, I'll work for you."
Yeah, I mean, it's another character who I like the design, but like gameplay wise, she like isn't good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
B or C?
B or C, one of those.
I feel like C.
Okay, yeah, she's a C. I don't remember this character.
Yes, so she's
she's the Hammer Girl.
The Hammer Girl, so when she's a Runelands hunter, and she's Jixtra's rival.
Yeah.
So this is when Jixtra shows up, is when we're recruiting her, Jixtra shows up and is like, no, I'm getting out of here. This is too tough. And then you have to go help her defeat the sandworm or whatever.
Yeah, so, like, I don't care about her. No. Like, she has a hammer that has, like, a rocket in it that lets it hit harder. Like, that's sort of cool. That's very anime. But, like, whatever. She means nothing to me. Jixtra is everything.
Yeah.
So...
literally, I'm probably going to say C for her, only because she's the other character in Jixtra's story. Yeah,
do it. C.
Yeah. Speaking of
fuck Bakoma. Go to hell.
Yeah, he is the main character of, and if you were questioning why we were saying was he a Yu-Gi-Oh or Beyblade thing, that's why. Look at him. He is kind of annoying at all times. Like, we never liked him.
he kept being like, "Oh, I'm gonna challenge you, and I'm gonna win," and then like he never did.
And he was always talking about his calculations, and we were just like,
"Oh yeah, his calculations."
Okay.
Reina. What the fuck is up with Reina?
Reina makes no sense. I don't understand Reina.
It's like the game seems to think she's like a huge deal, but like who the fuck is Reina? Like,
so
why is she here?
She's this dark knight from another country.
But like, what country?
We don't know what country. She's like been banished for this thing. And,
she lives all this backstory, but like it's never actually revealed, and like the game never gives me a reason to actually care about her, like at all.
And she's also very annoying to recruit because you have to deal like a ridiculous amount of damage to her.
Yeah, we had to try that like a lot. Yeah, I think we were trying to learn too early.
We finally got it done, and then we try to use her, and she's like a tank, but she doesn't do any damage.
I never even used her in fight. I don't remember, but like, she has heterochromia, so she's homophobic probably.
Yeah, I don't know. How do we feel about Reina?
I feel like I really don't like her.
I don't really like her either.
Like D probably.
Yeah.
But I do also feel like I have a gut instinct that she's gonna come back in the next game, and I'm gonna hate it. But like I'll probably like her more in the next game.
Yeah, because she might actually. Anything might make sense.
Yeah, like she seems like a Suikoden 2 type character, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Ryufan, he's the boyfriend of Lam, who we liked more than him. Yes. But he's like a C. That's all we can say about him.
Yeah. I mean, he's still kind of a huddled guy.
He's not that hot.
No, but kind of hot. The clock guy. Speaking of characters who are, like, so pointless, it's not even funny.
He worked the
appraisal shop, which appraising never matters in this game. Like, very now and then you would get an unappraised item, you could appraise it and sell it for a tiny bit of money.
Just some money.
Except that you never needed money in this game.
Yeah, you sort of don't.
The appraisal system was, like, almost entirely pointless in this game.
Yeah, you know, D or...
And he had no personality either.
No, he did have no personality.
I'm going to put him in remove for now.
Okay, we don't need to appraise him.
Maybe he'll get bumped up if we get to 12, but...
Okay, so this guy is the doctor who this is the one who has the support skill, but he heals the whole party after every fight. So like, he's very useful. I cannot tell you what his personality is.
Bland. He's a calm doctor. He's very calm.
Yes, he's very calm.
That's his whole personality.
I used him in the party a lot, though.
Like, he has to go up to C at least for usefulness.
I'm probably a C. He is also pretty hot.
Yeah.
He has a nice chest muscle area. This person was in the story. I don't care about them at all. Yeah. They don't really matter at all.
Yeah.
They're like, help us find these children. And I'm like, okay. And we have to do a whole cave adventure with this person.
That doesn't really matter at all. It was such a side quest.
They come from a very cold area, as you can see. However, they don't remove their coat when they go to a warm area, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
Either a D or just straight up remove.
Like,
this
I feel
blue
like
person.
Yeah, I don't think he's quite at removal levels, but yeah.
No.
Sabine
is sexy, and she's
sexy.
sexy. She wears like an armored like corset sort of deal, or there's like mesh like between her boobies. Anyway, her ridiculous outfit aside. When she first showed up, I thought she was going to be, like, Gar's love interest, because they seem to be setting that up. But then Gar, like, meets Daru, and they're together for the rest of the game.
Yes. Meanwhile, Sabine gets her own, like, her ex-husband shows up, and maybe they get back together. We don't know.
I think Sabine, like, Imperial. I think Sabine, like, helps initiate
But yes, no. Like, Sabine and Gar just turned out to be, like, a lesbian-gay friendship.
Yeah, that is exactly what they are.
Yeah.
I did like Sabine, and she's very like sort of self-assured. She's a B or a A or a A or a B or a she's an A.
Even we have to admit she's hot. So like that.
She is hot.
Yeah,
like she's super hot.
Our Scarlet,
our first Shi'ar. Okay, she was the captain of the sand ship.
Yes.
So she's a pirate lady. She's pretty cool.
She was fun to voice, like all of the Shi'ars.
Lots of "ar matey" and that sort of thing.
She gets to like bitch at the party a bunch when she's major in the story.
Yeah. So the Shi'ars in general are like they're my favorite characters. Yeah. I love the Shi'ars. I love that they are shark people. However, they're not like aquatic shark people. They all live in the desert and they swim through sand.
And they all are afraid of water.
And yes, and they're afraid of water, even though like every other character is like, so they evolved from like sea sharks, right? But like they're just like, no, shut up. That's stupid. Whoever does something so stupid, you're an idiot. So it's like it's just sort of funny.
Yes.
You know, like, Starlet herself, yeah, I mean, you know which shark really has captured my heart.
Course.
Like, Starlet isn't that shark, but I do like her just because she is a shark.
And, like, she's fun when she's a thing, and then she moves on. Like, she doesn't overstay her welcome, but she's good when she's around.
Probably a B.
Yeah.
She's a good B.
Alright. Same.
Okay, our main twink.
We've gotten to the last of the 3 main characters.
He is Noah's boyfriend, it turns out.
Yes. A lot of his backstory details are people mentioning the fact that he's never noticed a girl has been attracted to him in his life. Ever.
And there's been a lot.
We witness it throughout the game, women being attracted to him, and him just instead going in talking to Noah.
It's always Noah! They have many deep, intimate conversations with each other.
The best point is, of course, when one of the other characters, who we will get to, comes up to do a moonlight confession with him right on the eve of the big battle.
Oh my God.
She does her confession, which I've been waiting for this all game because she's been flirting with him all game.
I
he didn't notice.
I was insane here.
I voiced both her and Sane, so I'm like, I know what's going on.
Whenever she opened her mouth, I was sort of like, oh, whatever. It's this character who I know it doesn't matter.
But, like, so she does that, and he's just like, oh, okay, I value your friendship. And then...
He friend zones her.
And then Noah shows up, and he's like, oh, hey, Noah, come over here. And she just runs off, and Noah's like, oh, I'm so sorry for interrupting. And he's like, interrupting what?
Interrupting what? No, I want to talk to you.
And then
like,
they
talk in front of the big moon. It's so delicious. But yeah, like, from the very first mission... that you go on, like Noah and Sane are paired up. They seem, you know, like they're meant to contrast with each other. They do have instant chemistry. Like Noah really admires Sane, like for like his ambition, but Sane like also really admires Noah, like for his like need to help people, and he's like, I wish I could be more like that. They bring out the best in each other, which I think is very important in a couple. They're good. They're good together. There is a theater in the game that you can put in your castle, and you can cast different characters in a play.
Yes.
So we were doing Romeo and Juliet, and you can there's no like gender.
No.
Like
anyone can play any character.
Anyone can play anyone. So like I was sort of experimenting with it.
Idea.
I was trying to get like a good score because like you're graded in like which character like most appropriate for the roles. But like just for fun, I was like, what if we put Noah and Sane together as Romeo and Juliet? Like just so that they kiss each other. And then that play ended up getting an S-ranked score because apparently the audience loved Noah and Sane in those roles.
Yes. Because Sane, one of the things we mentioned was Sane is very good at cross-dressing.
Sane can pull off any role very well, and he's very good at female roles, it turns out. You know, very, very Shakespearean, the Globe Theatre. You know, we know how Shakespeare cast these people back in the day. So yeah, I like Sane. Sane is good.
Love Sane. Where do we want to put Sane?
A or S. One of
I'm just going to put him up an S.
Okay.
Oh.
I know nothing about this person because we never used them.
Yeah, we used her once. This character opens up like a bonus dungeon thing, but she shows up pretty early, and we're like, okay, we'll try the very first level and see how it goes. Mm-hmm. And then we accidentally over-leveled all of our characters because all the enemies were for like end game, and we're like, why do you unlock her?
10 levels in one fight, and I was like, okay, I probably won't do any more of that.
She should have been hidden behind the level 4 upgrade or something, like not.
I don't know why you can unlock her so early. It doesn't actually make any sense to me.
Like it was actually like detrimental to her gameplay experience that she existed.
Yeah, because it made the worst thing like very easy after her.
And then she had no personality, so I'm like,
I don't know what her personality. Because she mentions that she like serves like a Dark Lord or something like that. Like I don't know what she's talking about because we never went back there. So I guess we can just. She doesn't need to be here.
Like, yeah, they should have done better with her.
The other Styrian person.
Shutrix or something? She had a very weird name.
Something
Again,
like
she was like
that.
Dijkstra. So you don't know anything about her because you weren't there when she was unlocked, but she's the other card character.
Yes.
So in order to unlock her, all you need to do is get 80% of the cards, which is very easy to do.
Oh, nice. Just buy them.
Yeah. But she's super into cards and games. But like she also has this, and that's pretty much it. She does have a scene with the other Styrian where she gets to hint at the next game. She's probably not coming back.
I think I was there. Doesn't she have a scene with Noah where she's like, okay,
yeah,
let's fight.
That's
and he
right.
takes out his weapon and he's like, okay, if you want to. And she's like, I mentioned a card game. Like, what the hell are you doing? And he's like, oh, I didn't realize. It's just like, Noah, you're about to, like, kill this girl.
It was so good. I did wait to recruit her until you were there. So she had a fun recruitment scene. She has some of the least dialogue of any character in the game, but like all of it is good. Mm-hmm. I don't know what her support skill does. We never used it.
I don't know.
I'm assuming it's something to do with the card game, probably.
Probably.
But
you liked the card game, so you have positive feelings.
I have positive feelings towards her. She had a good. Her only two scenes with dialogue in the game were both really good.
So that's probably a B.
Yeah,
it's a B. Look, we can see the end of the characters. We can see the end.
Sid. It's like it starts with S-Y. I remember that.
He is the leader of the Shi'arks. When you talk to him, he triggers like a whole bunch of Shi'ark warriors coming out and singing like a manly song of like battle and sailing
and beating their chests.
And they're all beating their chests, because they all have like big muscle shark chests. That's very entertaining. I like him just for that reason. Yeah. I don't really know.
He doesn't really do much in the story after that, but he's around. We used him in every single big battle because, of course, he's paired with our favorite character.
Yes, our favorite.
He's probably a B just for this freaking song scene.
I do like the song.
Yeah.
Okay. Bird guy.
Do I know your name? No, I cannot remember your name. It starts with an S, obviously.
He runs some shop. The accessory shop.
Accessory shop, that's right.
Yeah, I like his design a lot.
Yes.
I cannot remember his name, but that doesn't mean he's a bad character.
No, there's just a lot of characters in this game.
He's just another shop guy, so like that's sort of the extent of his personality, but I think his design is cool, and maybe just because he's a furry, and I sort of, we like furries because I am a furry.
But even as the shopkeepers go, like, he did have a personality. Like, he's into shiny things, of course, but, like, also he's very, like, proper and prim. Mm-hmm. But then, like, has a tendency to lose that if he's getting distracted by something that's of interest to him, and then he gets super apologetic. He's got a few scenes and is fun. So as shopkeepers go, like, he's definitely on the upper tier.
Yeah, I think he's at least a C for me, just because I think he's cool.
And he does get to have a grooming scene. The scene where he discusses grooming with Gar and Garou.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
and he was all like,
and he's asking, what's her face?
He asked like an impertinent question to Foxiel.
And meanwhile, Gar and Garou are just like, "What did you say that was so wrong?"
Yeah, it's like, we talk about our grooming with each other all the time, right?
And they're just like completely clueless as to how to talk to women, and we're like, and that's just another point in my head towards
they day.
Yeah,
they day.
And Garou having been with a guy before, because we know he was married before, but we don't know who.
I like, the more you talked about this, the more I sort of am agreeing with you.
Yeah. Stadler.
He is a canonical spanker.
Yes.
He just literally walks around with a writing prop in his hand, just tapping against his hand, waiting to use it on men's butts around the castle. He's a drill sergeant. He's trying to whip these boys into shape.
We love him. We absolutely never used his feature, which is mock battles.
I didn't see a reason why, but there is a trophy for doing it. So maybe
we'll do it later.
I might do it later. I didn't realize that it was even a thing. I thought it would just be like past battles that we'd already completed.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's the point of doing that?
But no, it turns out like he's got custom battles. We might go back and take a look at that. But we do love Stadler. He's very hot.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who's a spanker, I rank highly for reasons. He's an A.
A, okay.
This is the artist
Sid.
kid who's really... Yes,
Sid?
this is Sid. He's really into fiery art. Very passionate.
That's the extent of his personality.
He lets you,
redecorate the castle.
Yes, so, like, you can put up statues and, like, different trees and
Which is
all
a very
sorts of
cool
stuff.
feature.
Yeah, like, it's a cool feature.
He's another character who we find early on, and we're just like, when are we going to recruit you? And eventually you just come back randomly, and now he's recruitable. And there's no real...
I didn't know what I did to trigger it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I think he's a C. Because, he's okay. He's memorable.
He's memorable, that's for sure.
Okay, our two dragon hotties, who I have to tell you, I can't really tell them apart. Because they're not in enough scenes.
I know them.
The dragon newts.
The first one we're going to go is the one who's an actual playable character, even though you don't get him until literally the final story scene. He is the supporting character to the other two Dragonauts. He's just like an ordinary soldier. He's missing one horn, but it didn't break off. He just didn't grow with it.
Okay, and like so he's sort of like looked down on by his Dragonaut society for that reason.
Yes, because horns are super important for them.
Yeah, it's very Kamari Bronso coded.
Yeah. But he, throughout all his scenes, he's the guy who's just like talking to the other good Dragonaut and being like, "Hey,
so the
boss?
general we're following is like definitely evil.
What are you
gonna
do about it?"
And he's like, "I know, I'm still thinking."
Yeah. Like he also wears the most. Both of them wear this insane skin tight armor.
I don't even understand it.
It makes no sense, but it's very hot.
It is very hot. Like it's almost like they're wearing like superhero spandex.
Yeah,
almost. But also like it hangs off the like their
and it looks like armor,
bodies.
but it's also very skin tight.
Yeah, like you can see all their muscles. Like they're sort of like slim, like twunky guys. Yeah. But like they do have muscles. Like I think their design's really cool.
Yeah.
When you put them in the hot spring, they do have like nice scaly chests. Happening.
Yes. This guy has the bigger chest of the two.
Oh, very important.
Yes.
To note that.
Vordis and Viskin.
Vordis and Viskin. Do you think they're lovers?
It's unclear. Everything about them is unclear because unfortunately we don't get a lot of Dragonaut content in the game.
We
didn't even
see. So late.
So I knew Dragonauts were a thing coming into the game, and we don't even see them until you're over halfway through the game.
Yeah, like when I finally saw it, I was like, "Wait, hold on! There's dragon people in this game."
I've been waiting for them since day one. Because, Viskin, I believe, was one of the first characters announced for the game.
Yeah, and like he's very cool. It's just, and like his sprite is like also like very cool. Like he has two swords. Like he's like they animate him really well.
Yeah. No, sorry. Vordis was the first one announced. Viskin was later. But...
Sure, I still don't know the difference. It doesn't.
I know. Where do we want to put them?
They're both at least A.
Yeah. Vordis, for the record, does not have anything he can do in the game other than be a general, but he does have the best...
He looks hot.
He does have, like, the best general passive power in the game because he boosts the strength of all troops in his square, including those of other commanders who just happen to occupy the same square as him.
So good. So good.
He's
a team player.
Yeah, like... Yeah. Once we got him, it's just like, oh, well, yeah, we can throw literally anyone on his team and they become good.
Maybe they should both be S.
Yeah.
Like, we liked them a lot.
Yeah. We were...
But can we drag it up all the way? Okay, we have to go to A first, and then...
Yeah. Okay. Wave.
Another S rank. I love Wave. I think he looks fucking awesome. He's a guardian like Marissa. He's like a big bro to her. He has canonically been spanked and now has become a spanker. Yeah. So like that's always hot. He's just cool. Like everything about him is like he is cool.
Yes. Unfortunately, we didn't get to use him in the party that much, but
he's not that good in like actual like gameplay.
Which
fighting.
we didn't find out forever. We were already in love with him by the time he actually joins, because he's one of those characters who's around forever before he joins.
Yeah, but it's like with Marissa, like it almost doesn't matter like how good they are. Like they look so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if they suck. I think they're awesome, and Wave is one of my favorite characters. This is the brother of that other archer guy, of the archer girl. Yeah, yes. This is the big brother.
Who we already said we were putting in C.
Yes, so he is a C. Goodbye. This is the girl who had a crush on Sane and had that big confession to him.
Yes.
She left no impression on me whatsoever.
I, on the other hand, was actually paying attention to her dialogue. So she shows up, to give a little context, asking for help because her brother and the rest of her village have been kidnapped and are being experimented on to unlock the power of rune lenses. Mm-hmm. So that's when we get to lead an entire scene as saying the whole story segment.
And that village, they can all use magic without needing the lens, which is like a big deal in this game.
Yes.
So like she and her brother, they are important story-wise, even though I think they're very boring. So I guess I'd just put them both in D. Whatever. Unless you want to... you think they deserve
I would argue that her brother is definitely D.
He doesn't need to exist.
He doesn't need to.
I would just might remove him and completely.
Like he needs to exist, but he doesn't need to be a playable character. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. But like, she's definitely a rank above her brother, in my opinion. I'd put her in C.
Do it. Where is her brother?
Right here.
Okay, do him right now. Let's get him out of the way. Valentin.
That's not Valentine.
Oh no, you're right.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god. This is one of the first characters introduced in the game. Emir. Thank you.
I love the voice we did for Emir. He's just like an asshole
at all times, but like a fun asshole.
He's sort of obnoxious. He refuses to give respect to Noah because Noah's just like some punk kid who like comes off the street basically, and Emir's like, oh great, another one. Like
yeah. He is very loyal to Periel, who... Wait, I didn't see Periel on this
Periel's
chart.
at the bottom. I don't know why she's not in alphabetical order.
Okay, I was just like, wait a second, we're missing Periel. But, okay, she's here. That's fine. We'll talk about it when we get to her. Pestil's down here. Like, there's several weird...
I can't explain it. But Emir is very fun and very cool, and I like him. I think he's an A rank.
Yeah, that works for me.
Oh, put Cassius down in B.
Where is...
It's right there.
Yeah, that's fair.
And put the archer guy down in B too. I'm like, we're changing. No, the Karuko.
Oh, Karuko. Yeah, I was never big on him.
We said we were going to change a few of them.
Yeah, I kept being like, we should move him down a rank.
Okay.
Eupharius! Okay. We already know where he's going, but let's talk about him.
My love, Eupharius. What doesn't he do? What doesn't he excel at?
Let's look at it. He is a general who is very good in the war mode.
He's a general.
He has
extremely good.
A very good defending skill.
Mm-hmm. It charges up his attack by like 50%, and it overlaps, so you can do it more than once.
He's got ridiculous defense stats, so all we did was work on boosting his magic defense to match it. Mm-hmm. So he just took no damage from literally anything while defending. And if you boost multiple times, that builds up SP, which you then use for his runic attack. Where they use the Jaws theme, basically. Yeah,
so
it's not the Jaws theme.
And you see him like going through sand, and he comes out, he's like, "Rawr!" and he like spins and like just bam, like hits the enemy. Yeah. Ridiculous amount of damage. He did the most damage of any character in the game. One-shot at the final boss. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit. Yeah. He is like one of the best characters fighting wise. He's also super hot. He is a big burly shark man.
He's got a fun personality.
He's funny.
He speaks like a pirate.
Yes, he talks like a pirate. He makes me laugh. If you go to the hot spring, because the sharks like don't like water, he's just like in a yukata sitting like outside the water, like on the deck, just being like,
all grumpy.
I'm not gonna go in.
But apparently the writers didn't get the message because they were discussing the Shi'ar.
Yeah, I know. There's some Shi'ar conversation, and they're talking like they're in the water, even though they're out of the water. So like that didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's them and one other character have that issue.
However, Eupharius is adorable. I immediately wrote another sniping story about him, Gar, and Garou. So someday that will be posted after Thanksgiving, which I'm still gearing up for as of this recording.
So am I.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
we love Eupharius. By the way, if I could rank all the S ranks, Eupharius is at the top of the S rank. He is the best character in the game. So there.
Just put 4 specific characters at the top.
Great. Yeah, they're probably the best. Yeah.
Actually, I'm just gonna put add a row above.
Okay, S.
I'm gonna just do S plus.
S plus.
We're going to put these 4 characters into S+.
I love it.
I think that's fair.
They deserve that.
Okay.
Mage Girl. Does she have a thing for Yuma? Right? Is she like in love with him? Or is she very loyal?
She is in love with Yuma, but like she won't admit it.
Yeah.
And she's
fine.
She does like act as Yuma's sounding board and like give him the encouragement to actually go and start changing himself. She is instrumental in that manner. Like she doesn't have a story arc in and of herself, but she's instrumental to Yuma's story arc, which is one of the best in the game. So therefore, very important character.
She's cool.
I don't know what she does when she joins your party. She joins it so late, and
what made it weird was that like we triggered a bath scene, but like she was there even though we hadn't recruited her yet. It was
definitely a glitch.
So I was like,
we were playing pretty early in at the time.
Second. Like, how is she here? I think she's a C.
But like obviously the reason it triggered as a glitch is because she's not a usable character, so therefore like it didn't check if we'd recruited her.
I guess, yeah.
But yeah, she's. Do we want to do C or B?
C. I'm not putting her in B. Hell no. She does not deserve to be in B.
I feel like we need like a mid-tier rank here because like putting her in the same rank as like Malora feels weird.
Okay, so put her in D.
Oh, Malora?
No, put the maid in D.
No, she's definitely
Fuck the maid.
No, I'm saying she's above Malora, not below.
Okay, so put Malora in D.
I don't know. We'll come back to that.
Lower all these people down to D. This is the girl who had a monster. Right? Yes, and she had a friend.
So you can't see it here. Maybe we should probably just go to the other page and
No one cares about this one.
Just so that people have an idea of what we're talking about. She rides a monster.
Yume.
She's a 2-character slot. Yume, yep.
It looks like where the wild things are.
She's very cute. We really wanted to like her, and then she was completely useless like all 2-space characters.
She's a 2-slot character. If you're not Chandra and you take up 2 spaces, then you better be fucking good. But she sadly was not.
Yep. She goes off to try and find out about her parents, and then finds out nothing.
That did happen.
Yeah. I would put her in at least C because we know her instantly.
No, put her in D.
D? Really? She
doesn't deserve to be in C.
Yusuke!
Yusuke is cool.
Yes. We didn't use Yusuke much, but we love Yusuke. Like every time we saw him, we were like, Yusuke!
It's like, there's too many characters.
Yes.
Like, you can't... I would sort of wish you could, like, have more people in your party at once. But, like, I like that he takes people.
Yes.
His sprite's cool. He has a cool coat. He looks like, he's basically Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho, but with, like, a mohawk.
Yeah, we used him alongside... Yugo a lot in the very early game because he's one of your very first recruits.
I sort of decided somewhere along the way that like they were going out with each other, and the game never contradicted that.
That is true.
So where's Yudo? Put him the same. At least I think Yudo's an A, so put Yusuke in A too.
Yeah, he's an A. Okay.
Put them next to each other.
Cool.
Yay. This is one of Kojin's boyfriends. Yeah. They're both here.
Yeah. Now these ones are out of alphabetical order, so now we have the hard.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is the guy who's always shouting because he loves General Kojin so much, and he uses a shield to protect General Kojin's life.
He's Kogan's boy.
Yes.
He's like 10 years younger than Kogan.
Yes. And he really looks up to General Kojin. General Kojin's amazing, and I'll do anything for him.
Yeah. He's fun. He doesn't really get that much to do after his initial part, but he doesn't really need to, because we get a pretty good view of him early on.
Mm-hmm.
In combat, I think he's probably the least useful of the 3 of them.
I don't know. We never really used him.
Yeah.
He's based around guarding. I think he might have I think he might draw enemy attacks, which probably is useful.
Yeah.
It's just that's not really my gameplay style.
Yeah.
I'm more offensive. So where's Koden? Koden has
Koden's
to
an
be an
S.
S. So I would put the younger guy in B. Maybe put them both in B.
Yeah. We like both of them.
Yeah.
Zabi.
So Zabi is also, he's just a weird guy. I was never really sure what his deal is. He seems to be laughing a lot.
He
has a
keeps
weird
acting
laugh.
like he's evil, but he's just a guy who likes to pretend to be evil.
No, he's always doing but we don't know why. He's a mastermind.
Yep.
So this is the innkeeper.
Cassandra.
She is a hottie.
Yep.
That seems to be her personality.
Yeah.
It seems like she... I don't know if she is, easy. She seems to be having sex with people, is my impression.
Well, she got banished from the Elflands because she wanted to have sex with humans, is what...
Yes.
Yeah.
Those prudish elves, they can't handle that.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, if you like a hot innkeeper...
I don't know, see?
Yeah. I wouldn't put her in D, because I do like her.
Yeah.
This is
The
a theater
guy.
So he's gay, he's queer, he's dramatic.
He lets us make Sane and Noah kiss.
Yeah, so I think he's an A rank for me. Okay. I like him.
I just like the theater. I think the theater minigame is like the best minigame that they've programmed.
I forgot about that when I was saying that the card game was the best. The theater is the best, but then the card game. Jacto. Or Gusto?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of those. He is, he's fine.
He runs the guild. He shows up out of nowhere. We're just like, what? Where did you come from? And that's never really explained.
I don't know.
I think he's from the previous game.
Oh, yes, he is.
Okay.
I remember his weird hair.
Along with the architect lady. They're a pair. They don't seem to be dating. They're just a pair.
It's another gay lesbian alliance.
Yeah.
He's a C.
Yeah,
Like,
he's fine.
Yeah.
He runs the guild, which means we don't have to go grind material because we can use the guild instead. So that makes it better than a lot of mini games.
So Isha is also a main character from the previous game.
Yeah, Isha showed up and we hated her off the bat
because she wants you to go out for all of these like
Stamps.
these stamps,
which is a reference to the previous game.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to do that.
She's just a total jerk.
You.
But then when she joins the party and she's just being a total jerk to Noah, but we don't have to like do anything because of it. She's so much fun.
And also she had all these scenes with CJ and Garu.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, I sort of like her more now.
Yeah,
and
by
also
the end of
she's
the game-
really good in fighting. She has a really good rune.
Yeah.
So like I think she's at least a B.
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say she's
cool.
at least a B, definitely.
This girl always seems to be shouting, just going by her portrait, so I voiced all her lines as if she's yelling them, even though it didn't make sense in most of the scenes that she was in.
Yeah. She's a mechanic who makes rune arms, and frankly, I don't think she contributed anything to the story when she was there.
I don't know why she's there, other than to be a girlfriend to that other girl, but then you said that girl has a thing for Stain, so I guess they're not even lesbians.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know why she was there. Like, she didn't...
Get rid of her.
Yeah, like...
I think her design is cool. Like, she's
cool.
a short character with, like, huge robot arms, which, like, that's cool. But I don't like her, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you, maybe? I guess. Well... speaking of removes, I'm just going to skip to this guy.
Get rid of him.
He's the other racing person.
Fuck you. Get out. Okay.
They were... Even though I will slightly defend the racing minigame, they as characters were both very annoying.
No. So this is the butler of Periel. Jean Kui.
Jean Kui.
He is Alfred Pennyworth. He's just the same character.
Yeah.
If you liked Alfred, and who doesn't like Alfred, you'll probably like Jean Kui too, because he's sort of a sassy little butler man.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah. I feel like B?
Yes. B is great.
Leanne!
Leanne is the best character after Eupharius.
Yeah.
I love Leanne. The game kept acting like Leanne was stupid. However, she raises really good points every time she opens her mouth. So I don't know what the game's talking about. I would continually, like, the story would be happening, and I would make some comment, like, that doesn't make any sense, or, like, why is that character saying that? And then Leanne would say the same thing, like, the next dialogue, and I'd be like, oh my god, I'm Leanne, aren't I? She's really funny, she's good in fights, like, she gets criticals all the time, and she stuns enemies, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I think she's just really, really funny. Like, she made me laugh a lot. She's put her in S rank.
Okay.
She's not S plus because she's not a beefy man.
Yeah.
But she is the best character.
I am thinking about maybe moving Kogan up to S plus though.
Okay. This is Noah's
Martha.
aunt.
Yes.
Who runs a farm.
Yep. She raised him and Lean after their parents died.
Under, shall we say, mysterious circumstances.
I don't think it was that mysterious. Noah's dad died because he went out and tried to stop a bandit from stealing something.
Yeah, they only explained that at, like, the end of the day.
And Noah was like, yeah, I hated meddlers for a while because
my dad was a meddler, but then I wanted to be a meddler because I wanted to meddle too.
But then I realized I was a meddler anyways, and I just decided to embrace it because I can't.
And now I love my dead dad. Like, that was
that was the whole thing. It was actually kind of cute. Like, we're not explaining it well, but it's fine.
Anyway, Martha was. I mean,
we loved every scene she was in.
Yeah, but like, she sort of didn't. She was in like 2 scenes.
I know.
And then never again.
I know.
I'm just a C.
Yeah, I was gonna say she has to be at least at C though, because like she didn't have a bad scene even if she was barely around.
Okay, the bad guy.
Oh god.
The Stopak guy.
I don't know how I feel about him still. It's the
marvelous.
Yeah, like I love him, but like what?
It turns out he's jacked under that bag.
Yes. So according to the game, he was so swarmed by women at all times and didn't like women that he decided to spend his life living in a bag so that women wouldn't flirt with him.
Like many homosexuals have done throughout history.
So, like, we never get to see what he actually looks like, but all we know is he's apparently incredibly hot. And
he's really funny. Like, okay, when you first recruit him, you actually, like, no other character, you don't see any other character, like, go to your castle. They animate him moving just because it's, like, really funny. He, like, just, like, flops around, like, off the screen, and we're like, is he going to go to the castle flopping the whole way? And, like, apparently, yes, that's how we got there.
Which is hilarious. We have a character who can teleport anyone back to the castle, but they never uses her.
They're always like, I'll find my own way to the castle. Thanks. And it's like, are you sure? Okay. I think, I don't know, he's either an A or a B. We all love him.
Yeah.
He's great.
I'm gonna say A. Okay. Ormond.
The other, he runs the mine, mine at the castle.
The better dwarf guy.
The better dwarf. And he is hotter than the other one.
Again, no personality.
But he left no impression whatsoever.
There was not as... Like, the only dwarf that had a personality was Prunella. But he is hot, and he was useful. So...
Let's not make him a C.
Yeah. Pastol! I don't know why he's down here, but okay.
He's very dramatic. He loves women. He loves pleasing women sexually.
Yes, he wears pants with slits all the way down his thighs and legs.
All the way down, and they're like in the shape of hearts.
Yeah.
Because he is a lover. He is... It's really... Okay, so he seems stereotypically, like, very gay. Like, this is, like, a culture clash thing. Because in Japan... all his qualities are actually, like, being a ladies' man. But for us, we were like, oh, he's the gayest person I've ever seen. So it's just sort of like that West versus Japan, like, sort of dynamic thing.
Yeah. So we look at him and we're like, this is the gayest man we've ever met.
But he's constantly talking about, like, all the women who he, like, loves and he's made love to. So, like, at the end of the day, he sort of, like, came down as being, like, really bisexual is where we ended up with him.
Yeah.
I do love him. He's a hunter. He's talking... Okay, like, he kept talking about, like laying, like, traps, like, for men, perhaps? Like, Like, we were like, who's he going to trap at the castle? Like, he kept talking about, like, trapping people in his traps. And it was like, what are you actually talking about right now?
No idea.
But yeah, I like him. I think he's a B.
Okay.
If not an A.
Alright. Periel. So, everything you said about Leanne, I love about Periel. Anytime I opened my mouth, Periel would go and say the exact same thing.
Really good. She was the only one with like any common sense in the entire story. She sees this dude Aldrich die, and she's like, he's obviously an asshole who wants to take over like all of your countries, and you all are just letting him. And they're like, dude Aldrich is a good person. Why did you say that?
Obviously, none of them believed it, but like none of them were willing to actually do anything
none
about
of them
it.
wanted to openly oppose him, because like that's dangerous. Except for Periel, who's like, no, I'm gonna go like personally beat the shit out of him, just because I think somebody should.
She very early on makes Noah a promise that she's going to personally wipe the smirk off of Duke Aldrich's face, and she goes through hell and high water to make that happen.
She does it.
Early on, you were telling me that like she's not going to join the party until like the very end.
Because I thought she was like going to be like top tier. Because we got her once, and she like her support skill was really good. So I was like, oh, it's like we got her now, and she's going to leave the party again, and she's going to come back at the very end. No, she's there for like the whole day.
Yeah,
and she's awesome the whole time.
Despite being like a noble lady, she also knows how to fight and is usable as a fighter character. Not necessarily a good one, but I do enjoy that.
She's better as a support person, but like Periel is sort of like the most badass character.
Yeah.
She's a schemer. She's always scheming. Like
Always.
she purposely makes Noah in charge of the army because she knows that he's going to be a great figurehead.
Yes.
While it's like she knows that she won't be because like the people like won't believe her because of her noble blood.
Yeah. And the fact that everyone can tell she's a schemer.
Yes, like everyone sees through her like instantly, which is really funny because she doesn't really hide it. She's like, yeah, whatever.
But she puts Noah in charge because she knows Noah like has that personality that she needs, and won't do anything too stupid. And she just runs everything from behind the scenes, and her plans are always amazing.
Yeah, and her plans are always amazing. They always work.
Yeah.
Like she is able to read a situation like strategically, or like even just like in a room and be like, oh, I know what I need to do in order to come out on top.
And like sometimes she makes these insane choices at surface level, but then we see how they play out, and we're like, oh, I understand where she's coming from. Because she just has such a good depth of reading how people will react.
Periel's incredible. She's also, like, we thought that she was going to be the love interest for Noah the whole game, and then at the very end, she's like, you know what? I don't actually want to date you. So, like, she just doesn't, which is also pretty based. So she's right up there with Leanne. Yeah. They're both amazing.
I will admit, I do ship Sane and Noah and Periel as a throuple.
Oh, absolutely. I think that would be great.
Just have to throw that out there, because
Noah is how come you get two lovers?
Noah is definitely bisexual. Like, everything in the game points to it.
Okay, the number of times that he looked at a muscular guy and was like, wow, you're so jacked. And it's been like, Noah, you're gay. You are gay.
Yeah.
Okay, so these other two characters are boring. Let's just place them quickly.
Yes, so...
Little girl item shop.
Yes,
lady.
She's a dark elf, whatever those are. It's not explained.
She's the only one in this game.
Again, the elves are like clearly being set up for a future game. Sumire is her name.
Mm-hmm.
I like her better than Cassandra. I think she's got more personality than Cassandra. She's got a better design than Cassandra.
I don't think she's a B tier, though.
No, but I'm just saying, for the sake of argument, even if she's in C tier, she is above Cassandra.
Okay,
out of the two of them, they're a duo. That's why I'm combining.
I think actually I like Cassandra more than Sumire, so we are opposed in this.
Valentine. He's the last member of Sane's crew. He's another ladies' man.
He's handsome.
Although,
smooth, suave.
He only goes after women who he can't attain, so that's, a thing.
Because he's actually gay.
Yeah, and the one woman he could actually attain, he goes out of his way not to flirt with, despite them having decent chemistry, so it's very interesting.
Hildy, that's her name, right?
Hildy, yes.
Hildy. The Riza Hawkeye is named Hildy in this game. Like, he's cool.
He's cool. I could not voice him the entire game. Every single time he came up, I'm just like, I'm struggling to hit the voice.
You should have just given him to me.
I should have.
He's whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't know if he really contributes much story wise. Like,
No.
does he really need to be there?
Not really.
I
mean, I enjoy him a little, but like C tier.
Maybe a C. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's every Eiyuden character ranked. The hottest ones at the top.
So I just want to see here: 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. We got 11 out of 12.
Okay, who do we hate from D tier? Who we just want to get rid of?
I feel like
the brother.
Yeah, I feel like he should just not have been recruitable. Yeah. He's so pointless as a recruit.
Okay, we did it, everyone. We pared it down to 108 characters, which is the proper number for this type of game.
Yes.
You're welcome. Thanks for listening to us ramble about this JRPG that we played and actually liked quite a bit.
Yes.
Even if we talked shit about a bunch of the characters.
Yes, we definitely enjoyed it. I was so glad when we were a chunk of the way through like the very first section of the game, and the game got a patch that updated the entire script, and it was so much better after that.
It needed it, yeah. Just that first section, I was like, I don't know, like this is sort of rough.
Yeah, the localization was definitely rushed, but I am looking forward to the DLC whenever that finally drops.
Mm-hmm.
Where we'll get to find out more about Sane and Marissa and Marcus, apparently.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because he was the one who won the vote.
Yay, Marcus.
He was my number 2 for the vote, but oh well.
Eupharious is all
Eupharious was obviously number 1, but...
Oh, Eupharious. But yeah, expect us to do this again whenever the Suikoden remaster comes out, and Hiran does a play through that.
Yes, because I've not actually played any of the Suikoden games. This was my first Suikoden-esque.
Mm-hmm. So. And I'm sort of worried this game will, like, ruin you for Suikoden, because, like, it was probably better than Suikoden, but, you know, they've had a lot of time to refine this formula.
That's fine. I am used to playing old JRPGs.
Mm-hmm.
If I made my way through Final Fantasy II, I think I can get through Suikoden 1.
Suikoden's a lot better than FF2, I'll say that much.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that's about all we have, so until next time, goodbye, everyone.
Keep it frosty.